gentlemen, UNB faculty and football family and friends of all ages. The Holland College Hurricanes, University of New Brunswick Red Bombers, they will receive the Atlantic Football League, the CIS, and the NCAA. We salute efforts, achievement, build classroom. For nearly 70 years, every UNB football team has made what is referred to as a walk to their home field to the same song as Bombers Away. Your 2019 UNB Red Bombers. Welcome, starting deep, Holland College Hurricanes. At number 6, linebacker Javier Fernandez. Defensive lineman, number 7, Tyler Hobbs. Defensive back number 9, Jack Mallow. Safety number 21, Daniel Knock Knock Malimba. Defensive back number 23, Justin Grant. Defensive back number 24, Tristan Hull. Defensive back number 26, Max Mallow. Linebacker number 28, Jerome Shimingila. Number 29, Dennis Brown. At defensive lineman, number 51, Marc-Andre Dansu. At defensive lineman, number 54, Thomas Richardson. At defensive line, number 93, A.J. Fields. And at defensive end, number 96, Yusuf Duradola. The coach of the Hurricanes is Steve Lettner. And now the starting offense for your UNB Red Bombers. Receiver number 5, Thomas Hoyt. Today's starting quarterback, number 17, Jonah Rollins. At offensive line, number 52, Mark Doucette. At offensive line, number 55, Sebastian Charette. At offensive line, number 57, Brendan Seymour. At offensive line, number 64, Luke Saunders. At offensive line, number 68, Kyle Tower. At receiver, number 80, Brady Manderville. At receiver, number 84, Sam Phillips. At receiver, number 87, Jackson Green. At receiver, number 88, Matt LaFleur. And the running back, number 21, Dylan Waugh. The coach of the Bombers in his first year as head coach, Vince Sturgeon. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for our national anthem, performed today by Tony Kelly, an honor student at UNB and a former Red Bomber.
Good afternoon, Red Bomber and Holland College football fans. A sunny day here at BMO Field. We've just had a couple of days of wind and rain. It started off as a sunny day, but now a hurricane has arrived on the shores of UNB, and the question for this afternoon will be, can the Red Bombers weather the storm? Yes, this is the first Saturday in November to signify that this is the championship game of the Atlantic Football League. Today we have the 3-3 regular season Holland College Hurricanes from Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island against the undefeated University of New Brunswick Red Bombers in the 2019 AFL championship game. My name is Ian McMillan. Justin Wise will be bringing the game to you today. And Justin, what do you think is important for UNB this afternoon?
Good afternoon, Ian. It's great to be here. Beautiful day. Of course, 6-0, 3-3, but that 6-0 is not a real dominant 6-0. There was a lot of close games in there, especially with these Hurricanes. So the Red Bombers, starting off, QB Jonah Rollins, he's going to be key, obviously. The real workhorse of the season has been running back Dylan Waugh, accounting for the bulk of the Bombers' offense. There's a couple other key players as well we'll be looking for. Turner Sturgeon on defense. He had a key interception last week. Matt LaFleur, who was playing both ways as a receiver and as a defensive back, he had a pick six touchdown last week. So all exciting guys to watch, and of course backup QB / star receiver William Hicks as well.
Oh, wow, well, it'll be an interesting game, and we're just about to get going. Head referee is looking up, about to signify for Matt Mills to kick off for the Red Bombers to the Holland College Hurricanes. And here we go. So a short kick to the left-hand side. Good progress by the Hurricane receiver. Don't see any flags on the play. So Holland College starts off, looks like on their own 54-yard line, first down and 10.
So a bit of a gamble to start the game. Coach Sturgeon, first-year head coach, but longtime coach of the Red Bombers, taking a bit of a gamble there, hoping to catch the Hurricanes maybe off balance. Not expecting a short kick, but the Hurricanes able to field the short kick and actually advance it for about 15 yards, 10, 15 yards.
So, well, if I remember from one of their first game, I think the player's name's Mallow and a couple others are pretty dangerous on the return, so it's a little safer to give it to somebody who's not necessarily as fast. Tashawn Tran is a quarterback for Holland College. Rolls slightly to his right. Throws a quick dart. Looks like it's complete into Red Bomber territory on the 51-yard line of the Red Bombers. It will be second and a little more than 5 yards.
Great catch by Kay Mitchell, and the pass attempted to be defended by, that was Riley Spears, the defensive back out there.
Three receivers set up to Tran's left. Quick play action. Tried to set up a screen to 87, but didn't get much of a gain, if no gain whatsoever.
That was Thomas Jarbeck.
Thomas Jarbeck, so it'll be third down.
He stopped immediately, though. It'll be third down and 4, Holland College.
So, of course, let's not forget, I'm sure, many of us don't, but we might. We're playing Canadian football, so 3 attempts to move the ball 10 yards. So that critical second down, bringing up third down where the Hurricanes will be forced to punt.
And Matt LaFleur will be waiting for the ball from Matthew Uriah K. Mitchell.
Of course, Uriah K. Mitchell, a name that we've heard for a few years here in the AFL. Phenomenally talented athlete. Star receiver and punter as well.
Lots of room for LaFleur. He's able to make at least 10, could be 15 yards on the return. Looks to be down on the good side of their own 30-yard line.
So anytime we're talking about punt returners, we got to mention Bombers alum Mitch McCoy, who is now playing football in Germany. He was absolutely electric with the ball in his hand, so Matt LaFleur doing his best Mitch McCoy impersonation on that run.
He did fine. So it's first down and 10 from close to their own 32-yard line. And are we going to see the Dylan Waugh show again? Dylan Waugh certainly on the backs of his offensive line has been carrying most of the work. And sure enough, it's Dylan Waugh up the middle with a good gain. Looks like should be something close to 7 or 8 yards.
Jonah Rollins gives the ball to Dylan Waugh.
And that was going to be the question for the day. Red Bombers have been 6-0 this season and won their playoff game on the shoulders of their offensive line, but certainly on the legs of Dylan Waugh. We've got an even split of the receivers either way of Jonah Rollins. Run again. Huge hole for Dylan Waugh. He's still going. And he's into Hurricane territory with a first down.
Eventually brought down by defensive back Max Mallow.
With a 20-yard carry, and that hits
UNB Red Bombers first down.
So we're going to have first down and 10 from the Hurricane 51-yard line.
It's always great when it's always great for a running back when they're brought down by defensive back because it means they got past the first line of defense.
Run again for Watt. Wide open on the right-hand side. And brought down right on the 45-yard line.
Justice Grant, the first to make contact there for the Hurricanes.
So it looks like 2nd and 5. That offensive line just opening up huge holes every play for Dylan Waugh.
The great thing about Dylan Waugh, I mean, he's fast, but he's also really powerful. We saw on that the one before this one, a great stiff arm to pick up an extra 5 yards.
Dylan Waugh again, but didn't make much of a gain. Hurricanes finally able to stop him for 1 or 2. Looks like one of the Hurricanes is down.
So I would imagine that the Bombers will punt here, although it wouldn't be crazy for them to go for it on third down. I mean, they are in Hurricanes territory. So a punt would maybe pick them up 20, 25 yards. But of course, going for it gets them. If they make 5 yards, they're at that tough decision line. I think I see Coach Sturgeon talking to Jonah Rollins on the sideline. So they may be looking to go for this. Yeah, Rollins is staying out, so it looks like they're going to go for it.
Well, it looks like this Hurricane player is under some distress. They're not moving that fast. So interesting today. Certainly, when you look at the 11 years of the Atlantic Football League, oh, and he's up now. That's excellent. Number 51 is...
That's Marc-Andre Dansu.
Marc-Andre, nice to see him go out on his own power. So we've got 11 left in the first quarter. Now we've got third down, and it looks like about 4 yards to go. Since we don't see Matt Mills, I would expect that the Bombers are going to run a regular play here. Even split of the receivers, Dylan Waugh to the left of Rollins.
So I think we're going to see a pass here. Oh, and it's an offside. Yeah, this is a free play. Not necessary. Good. Sorry, I cut you off there, Ian.
There is a flag on the play.
He connects with Jackson Green.
Big catch by Jackson Green, but it was offside against Holland College. Huge first.
So we're going to see this one again.
And as you see, Rollins looks to his right. And Jackson Green well behind the defensive backs from Holland College. 29 able to bring him down. So, Red Bombers, the first to threaten. Looks like it is first and goal from the Hurricane 9-yard line.
So it looks like some personnel difficulties here for the Bombers.
Well, I think they're bringing in a little bit more weight. So I would imagine they're going to have a front seven the way that they've done here, and then they're just going to let Dylan Waugh find his way.
Yeah, so last-minute substitution for the Bombers and a corresponding substitution for the Hurricanes. So both head coaches.
Timeout for UNB.
Yeah. Both head coaches really zeroed in here. Obviously, everybody's sharp. Everybody brought their A game today. This is it. This is the last game of the AFL season, and everybody is here to win.
Well, absolutely. And as we do our final game cliches, remember there's no tomorrow. Their backs are against the wall.
That's it. A perfect season means nothing without the championship.
Most important from the quote from the King Elvis, it's now or never. And lucky you, I won't sing it.
We'll have to ask our on-field announcer who saved us when we had the technical difficulty during O Canada. I don't think folks at home, I don't think he had the advantage of watching O Canada, but the mic cut out on our guitarist when he was playing O Canada.
So, UNB first and goal from the 9. 7 offensive linemen and Dylan Waugh in the high formation. Dylan Waugh to the left of center. He's able to make a good gain, but not far enough for the touchdown. Looks like the official is just in front of the 5-yard line.
He picks up what looks like 3. It'll be second and
So he was balled up very effectively. The Hurricanes obviously saw that one coming.
Well, it wasn't a question on who was going to get it. It was where it was going to go.
That's it.
And I think we're going to see much the same. 3 guesses on who's going to get the ball, and none of them count. Second down and a little more than 5 and goal. 3 receivers to the right of Rollins. Dylan Waugh once again up the middle. Dipsy doodling. They're pushing. We don't see a signal yet.
Looks like it'll be just shy this time, so it'll be third and looks like third and a yard. Third and
well, regardless of where they placed it, it'll be a yard away.
It'll be third and goal, UNB.
So it's Red Bombers knocking on the door to score first here in the first quarter of the AFL Championship. UNB sending out even more beef.
So this is yep. So I see Turner Sturgeon went on. I think Turner Sturgeon's going to be on there in there as a tight end. And I think there's going to be keep. Oh no, you'll hand it
See a
off.
flag. That's Dylan Waugh in for the touchdown. There's the signal.
Touchdown, Red Bombers.
First score, Red Bombers. So a great start for the Red Bombers in this final.
All right, and we're going to see
here
that
the
again.
replay. To the strains of Bombers away, here we're going to see this play to the right-hand side of the offensive line. Gabe Saint-Germain is there leading the way. And you see a huge hole opening up for Dylan Waugh, an easy touchdown for the Red Bombers. Now setting up for the extra point.
What a well-orchestrated drive by the Bombers. They had to rely on one big play, but other than that, it was it was like just going to work, doing their job.
Matt Mills.
So Mills' point after is good.
So that's good. So the score stands at 7 for the Red Bombers. No score for the Hurricanes with 9 minutes, 8 seconds left in the first quarter. And I think as we were talking before, Justin, bit of a dynasty in the 11 years of the Atlantic Football League. The Hurricanes have won 4 championships. Red Bombers have won 3. So, of course, the Red Bombers looking to see if they're able to tie that mark. And, of course, Hurricanes trying to set more of a dynasty of winning more championships than any other team.
Ian, the Hurricanes run a spectacular program up at Holland College, a spectacular football program. So, so they're a college. They offer various academic programs, and they do a lot of recruiting. And one of the big draws, you can go to Holland College, get a career, and play football doing it. It's a spectacular thing for them, for their school, and for the league, for the AFL. It's unique, and it's something special for the AFL that you don't get in university sport otherwise.
Well, if anybody's had the chance to go to the Holland College campus, it's quite a dynamic place. Here we go. Matt Mills with the kickoff. Does a little grubber down the middle. Taken easily by the Hurricanes number 6. A little bit more water bug material, and he's brought down a little over their own 40-yard line.
So that was Javier Fernandez on the return. So clearly the Bombers trying to keep the Holland College special teams off balance, obviously trying to keep the ball out of the hands of their returners.
So Holland College looking to answer the initial question from the Red Bombers, see if they can put a drive together and put some points on the board.
You got to give some credit to Matt Mills there as well. It's not easy kicking those different kinds of kicks. It's you spend most of your time practicing kicking long and hard, right?
How much did Matt Mills' agent pay you for that? So we have Doka up the middle, a good run of about 4 yards.
I think first, and I could be mistaken, but I think first on contact there was Keegan Waters.
Looks like second down and 7. On the Hurricane 46-yard line. Briones, the single setback behind Tron. And it goes to Briones. Brought down quickly by 30 of the Red Bombers.
Hand off to Marco Antonio Briones.
That was Alec Ferris bringing him down almost single-handedly.
Well, if you look at the scouting reports from the semifinal that the Hurricanes played against Dalhousie last week, Briones was the workhorse for the Hurricanes. Certainly looks like they're trying to set that up again. But it appears like the Hurricanes are going to punt to Matt LaFleur and the Red Bombers. 7:49 left in the first quarter.
Once again, Kay Mitchell is the punter.
Well, looks like one player going onside.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. So we might see this this kick be a little shorter, and the Bombers trying to adjust.
Justice Grant onside.
Ian Saunders seems to
punts
have moved
away
over
on
to
more of a straight line trajectory. Lafleur looks to come up the middle, but goes hard to the left-hand side, but brought down fairly quickly by the Hurricanes just over their own 30-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10, Red Bombers.
So he couldn't quite hit. Lafleur couldn't quite hit that edge. Would Mitch McCoy have hit that edge, Ian? I don't know. I don't think so. Probably not.
Mitch McCoy, he wasn't fast enough to catch that edge. Luckily, he had good blockers.
Yeah.
But that was then. This is now.
We got to say Mr. McCoy has joined us in the booth today, so I think he's providing some consult for the Bombers, so we can poke at him a little bit
and giving us lots of material for Phil. So first down and 10 for the Red Bombers. Dylan Waugh to the right-hand side of Rollins. A little bit of play action. Matt Lafleur outside and a big tackle and a flag.
Jack Mallow did a great job getting upfield and making that tackle. I'm not sure what the flag is for, though.
The initial indication would be holding against the Red Bombers.
Jack Mallow with the tackle.
So Red Bombers going away from the usual play sheet of giving the ball to Dylan Waugh with a little play action to Lafleur, but the holding penalty should take him back another 10 yards for first and 20, sorry.
Now I didn't see the hold, but that was a pretty well executed play. Otherwise, I really thought Waugh was going to get the ball again, and the fake handoff looked really good, really believable. He really sold it, and then the quick little pass out. It looked great, well executed, but for the hold.
Oh, it's fine. But as we all know, holding penalties can kill an offensive drive. So we've got time in. And we've got first down and 20 from the Red Bombers' 23-yard line.
So Bombers in a bit of a pickle here. This is first and 20 deep in their own territory.
3 receivers to the left of Rollins. Play action. And
big sack.
Smoke from the blind side by number 23.
Wow. Huge misassignment by the Bombers offense there. We're going to see that one again.
Replay. You can watch 23 not even paying attention was Rollins. Big tackle to bring him down behind the line of scrimmage.
We'll take a look at that one again as well. See what happened there. I'm sure the coordinators up here will be looking for it too, because he was just completely untouched. It was I think he might have been forgotten about a little bit.
So same setup as they had before. 3 receivers to the left-hand side.
Justice Grant going to do the same thing.
Little flare pass out to Dylan Waugh. He catches it but doesn't make much of a gain whatsoever. And 23, Justice Grant again on the tackle. So Justice Grant delivering what certainly the Holland College fans would consider as due justice to the Red Bombers.
And I got to give Justice Grant some real appreciation there. I think he was looking at the quarterback and he saw Dylan Waugh split out, and he turned on a dime and went with Dylan Waugh instead of going for the quarterback, and instead of getting greedy and trying to get a second sack.
No, certainly an impressive defensive play. So we've got third down and acres to go for the Red Bombers. Looks like they're going to try and kick their way out of their own end zone.
So Riley Spears back to punt for the Bombers.
Oh, we've got flags. To make matters worse for the Red Bombers, that's illegal procedure, and they'll go back another 5 yards.
So that's an illegal procedure call on the Red Bombers.
So this second drive, Ian, could not be going worse. Could not be going differently for the Bombers than the first drive.
No question. So it's third down from just outside their own 10-yard line, and to get a first down, they have to get to their own 43.
And they may not even be able to punt that far.
Positive way.
He'll be punting to Jack Mallow and Max Mallow.
Oh, and we're going to give up 2 points.
Oh, okay.
But instead he gives up
not a bad choice for the Bombers there. Get all that field position back.
And I don't know if our camera caught it, but our defensive stalwart for the Hurricanes delivered justice with prejudice on number 20 as he was trying to break out on the block. So We have 4:53 left in the first quarter. Score is 7 for the Red Bombers, 2 for the Holland College Hurricanes. So a little bit of history for you here. There's Holland College and UNB have met in the finals twice. UNB was successful once, Holland College was once, so this would be the rubber match for the Atlantic finals where UNB and Holland College meet each other.
So we've got a great crowd here in Fredericton. It is a beautiful day. It's been, as Ian has mentioned in the opener, it's been a windy, rainy, undesirable couple of days here in all of the Maritimes. A lot of power out. I think there's a lot of people still without power. But today is beautiful. It's a typical November day. Not too warm, not too cool, and not a cloud in the sky. So a beautiful day for the AFL Championship.
Well, it looks like the Hurricanes have selected for the Red Bombers to kick after that 2-point safety, and that'll be from their own 35-yard line. Matt Mills down the middle again with a scrubber, mishandled by the Hurricanes, and he's down.
You know, great choice by the Hurricanes. The other alternative, they could have taken it on the 35, but they know that the Bombers have been kicking short kicks to keep the ball out of the hands of the returners. So they're up almost 10 yards greater than what they would have been if they just took it at 35.
So Owen Kramer was the player for the Hurricanes that took that kickoff, and he's listed as a long snapper, so therefore he wouldn't have had a lot of practice returning kicks. So we've got 1st down and 10 for the Hurricanes on their own 44-yard line. 4:33 left in the first quarter. Tran looking back. Flushed out to his left-hand side. Big rush. Oh, a fumble. Looks like the Bombers are over that. They have possession. The Red Bombers, a big play with a fumble.
So Alec Ferris stripped the ball, and that is Turner Sturgeon with the recovery.
And Turner Sturgeon with the fumble recovery.
Oh, and it
got
looks
something
like there's a
going.
flag.
It was a flag. I think the call's it's offside against the Hurricanes, which I'm sure the Red Bombers will decline.
I see Coach Sturgeon pretty upset, though.
No, I think he thought it was
he thought it was the case. He just assumed the worst, of course.
So, big play. First turnover in the game for the Red Bombers, and it's 1st and 10 from the Hurricanes' 37-yard line.
So the Bombers' defense stepping up when the Bombers' offense falters for a series.
Tran, I think, had to pull that back in. It looks like there was really good coverage by the D-backs of the Red Bombers, which allowed for that sack and the eventual fumble.
Absolutely, and that was a coverage sack for sure.
Waugh up the middle. Big run. Looks like he's got about 6 or 7 yards.
Does Dylan Waugh ever stop? Does he has no off. He's always pounding away. It's amazing.
Well, if there's a version of the Energizer Bunny in the red-black team, it's certainly Dylan Waugh. But, of course, he's running behind that wall of offensive linemen. And let's not ever forget, talked about what that offensive line has done for the Red Bombers this year.
You know, I absolutely agree, and maybe I don't give enough credit to offensive linemen, but nevertheless, Dylan Waugh, he makes initial contact and keeps going. Oh, we have a flag before pre-snap.
So it's 2nd down and 4 for the Red Bombers, an early flag.
We see the Bombers clapping. I think we might be looking at maybe an unsportsmanlike against the Hurricanes here. We'll see. A Hurricanes player has his helmet off. Yeah.
Brendan Seymour thought that was a marvelous call. An offensive lineman from the Red Bombers.
So I think that.
So they're marking off. Looks like 10 yards.
So the call is against Holland College.
Yeah, that's Jerome Chimangila. He took his helmet off.
10 more yards.
You are not allowed to do that.
All right, so it's 1st down and 10 from what appears to be the 21 or the 22-yard line for the Red Bombers with 3:37 in the first quarter. Dylan Waugh once again up the middle to the right. Wide open hole. Ooh. Great run by Dylan Waugh. Huge hole opened by that offensive line on the right-hand side, and it looks like it'll be 1st and goal from somewhere around the 3-yard line for the Red Bombers.
Jack Mallow, the defender, who eventually brings him down, but not after a significant gain. So it looks like the Bombers are bringing on their big squad again, their jumbo squad. Leaving all the cards on the table. Even Alec Ferris is out as an offensive lineman here. So the Bombers are bringing on their big squad again. Their jumbo squad. You know, leaving all the cards on the table. Even Alec Ferris is out as an offensive lineman here. So the Bombers are bringing on their big squad again. Leaving all the cards on the table. Even Alec Ferris is out as an offensive lineman here.
Dylan Watt on the right-hand side, wide open for a touchdown, Red Bombers.
Spectacular play call. We're going to see that one again.
So I don't think we're going to be much of a mystery here. Got that huge line of UNB, and just watch how they move forward and take out the Hurricanes.
Oh, maybe. One moment.
The replay's thinking about it.
So that's okay. We can talk about it. So the Hurricanes obviously expected a hard run up the middle, and here we go.
And as you can see, Dylan Watt, easy, just strolling in. Nobody to contest him on that. And here we go for the extra point.
Great play call after how effective Dylan's been at running up the middle and getting a couple of yards. The Hurricanes, I think, were absolutely right to think that was going to be another hard run up the middle, and he just walked outside. He just jogged outside.
So that extra point was good. So that's 14 for the Red Bombers, 2 for the Hurricanes, with 2:47 left in the first quarter. Justin, I don't think this could have gone much better for the Red Bombers to start off this final.
No, I mean, well, it's kind of weird. I mean, we've had 3 offensive drives here, 2 almost perfectly executed drives, and 1 just disaster of a drive. But then the defense absolutely made up for it by getting the ball back on the very next play. So the Bombers did have to give up 2 points, but they traded it for 7. So pretty good start to the game for the Bombers. Pretty good start to the Moosehead Cup Championship.
So Matt Mill's going to set up with the another kickoff for the Red Bombers. And as Justin said, we've got a really nice crowd for November in Fredericton for this final. And I see some Red Bomber alumni. Of course, we've got Mr. McCoy in the broadcast booth. I see Gary Norcott on the sidelines. And I'm sure if not here, then watching us, we've got Bob and Pat Forbes, 2 generations of Red Bomber players who would be watching the final today.
We've got a very strong alumni support group.
Short kick to the right-hand side. 29 for the Hurricanes took that handily. And that was Dennis Brown.
Get fielded by Dennis Brown.
A flag.
But we have a scuffle here.
And lots of celebration from the Red Bombers. Let's see what happens.
Oh, yeah, but, so this game is getting chippy. Obviously, emotions are high. It's going to be incumbent on both teams to keep cool. They do have Turner Sturgeon up there, captain for the Bombers, so I think this will be against the Hurricanes.
Looking for the signal from the head referee. It's objectionable conduct against the Hurricanes. I would expect that that's a 15-yard penalty.
So the call is objectionable.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So what happened there? I don't know.
It's only 10 yards.
I don't know if you can see it at home or not. The ball popped out late after the whistle, so the player was probably down, and the Bombers tried to jump on it, and it just created a bit of a scuffle there.
So first,
and somebody obviously crossed the line.
First down and 10 for the Hurricanes on their own 35. Run to their left-hand side. I think that's Briones. It is. And a flag again.
Briones with the carry. He picks up 5.
See what the call is. Doesn't.
Second and 4, Holland calls.
I don't think that it was probably dropped by mistake. So it looks like 2nd and 4 for the Hurricanes. On their own 41. Single back. Briones again with the ball up the middle. Good run. He's able to get a first down.
So
good carry by Briones. He picks up yardage 4. A first down. Holland Collards at their own
First
50.
down and 10 on their own 50-yard line with 1:51 left in the first quarter. So Holland College able to get a little bit of momentum after a little bit of a break in their discipline, hopefully to get some momentum set up and answer the Red Bombers' questions.
Oh, great block.
Deep by Tran.
Well defended.
And incomplete.
Pass intended for Kay Mitchell.
Kay Mitchell is the regular target for Tran. Certainly he was did well last week against Dalhousie, but that's incomplete, so it will be 2nd down and 10 from their own 50.
Josh Armstrong with a great defense on that.
2nd and 10, Holland College.
So 2nd down and 10. We've got 1:25 left in the first quarter. Running back to either side of Tran. And a little bit of motion coming left. Tran throws it behind 20. That's a pass. That's a lateral. That's a live ball. 50 going down. There's all kinds of blocking. Looks like the Bombers are going to be able to go in, and it's a touchdown, Red Bombers. Flag on the field.
Grand pass. Looked like a lateral. It's picked up by Keegan Waters. He runs it in for a touchdown.
So Keegan Waters was able to pick up that lateral. We'll see the replay at the end of the play. Don't see the infraction, and looking for the indication from the referee. So we have a recovered fumble by the Red Bombers, but there was an illegal block on the return. That's a 10-yard penalty, so the Red Bombers will scrimmage 1st down and 10 from the Hurricanes' 28. Really impressive defense. As you can see, the running back wasn't prepared for the ball being behind him and didn't react quick enough while the UNB defense was right on top of it. It's from the 28-yard line. No, there's no touchdown on that, guys. It's 14-2. Given to Dylan Watt. He was held up initially, but has a good run of looks like about 5 or 6 yards. 30 seconds left in the first quarter, and it looks like 2nd down and 4. So UNB looking to take advantage of the second turnover that they've had in this first quarter from Holland College. Dylan Waugh set to the left of Rollins. 3 receivers to the right. Oh, play action and sacked in the backfield. Referee has put him down, so that would be 3rd down and a little more than about 12 yards for Red Bombers.
AJ Fields on the sack. With the sack, excuse me.
No fumble on the play.
And that's the end of the quarter.
First quarter. So, Justin, I think that was another coverage sack. Given the fact that you're a ex-defensive back, I'm sure you're pleased to see that.
Yeah, I think there was a coverage component to it, but that was pretty quick. I want to give AJ Fields some credit. He beat his blocker,
that is the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, he just got past there, I think. I think it was a little bit of both. I mean, it wasn't one of those situations where you see the quarterback bouncing around for 7 or 8 seconds.
Oh, no, for sure.
I think that was maybe 3 or 4 seconds. And you would hope that your offensive line, generally speaking, your offensive line, especially this offensive line, which has been doing a great job, is going to be able to protect for at least 4 or 5 seconds. But I will say, this offensive line, great run blocking offensive line. We have seen some faults on their pass protection.
So it looks like about a 3rd down and 12 or 13 for the Red Bombers. Now that it's the second quarter, they have a bit of a breeze against them. Dylan Waugh set up to the left-hand side of Rollins. Flushed out to the right-hand side, and he's down. Sacked again. That's a change of possession. The ball will go to the Hurricanes.
Hayden Machasinski just flying through that line. So Hayden Machasinski, he's a defensive back. We've seen a couple of big sacks by defensive backs here on the Hurricanes, defensive back sacks, defensive back blitzes, inherently high risk blitzes here.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you're taking resources out of your secondary to defend passes to do that.
So the Red Bombers not able to take advantage of that big turnover that went for a touchdown but was called back. So it's still 14-2. 14:35 left in the second quarter. 1st down and 10 from the 42. Looks like a run again for Deoka. Wide open to the left-hand side. He's eating up yardage as he goes, and he's out of bounds in Red Bomber territory.
Rodrigo, Montez Joe.
Eventually brought down by Josh Armstrong. And Josh Armstrong, he looks more like a linebacker. That's a big guy.
It'll be a first down, Holland College.
So Holland College able to answer with a rig running play to the left-hand side. First down and 10 from the Red Bomber 47-yard line. Equal split of receivers. Looks like Briones is the single setback.
I think we're going to see a pass on this play. No.
Toss left. And Deoka was the running back and was not able to gain hardly any gain. It may have even lost some yards.
Yeah, tracked down from behind by Alec Ferris.
Alec Ferris is having a big game for the Red Bombers.
You know, but you would expect a guy like Alec Ferris to have a big game. He is one of your stars, and he's the kind of guy that he's a crunch time guy. He loves performing in big games. I'm not surprised at all. I think now he's shaking himself off here. I think he got a little hurt on that play, but I think we're going to see a lot more from him as this game goes on.
So second down and 10 for the Hurricanes.
He's the kind of guy, he wants to win. He wants to be the guy that wins.
A little bit of play action rolling to the left-hand side, flushed by the UNB defense. He's got lots of Bombers after him, tosses, but it's incomplete. I was wondering whether that referee would be looking for intentional grounding, but we don't see any flags, so it'll be third down for the Hurricanes.
No, I think he might have been outside of the pocket, but also there were receivers sort of there. This is
outside of the pocket is an NFL.
Yeah, well, thank you. You're absolutely right, Ian. But this is not the NFL, and although we have great quarterbacks, our quarterbacks are quite good.
So Kay Mitchell looks to be punting to the Red Bombers.
Matt LaFleur back to receive.
Oh, we have an onside player for the Hurricanes here.
Interesting. This is the second time they've done this. We'll see what he does.
Again, another line drive to Matt LaFleur. Setting up the blocking, running to his right-hand side. Pretty steady return. Looks like he was stopped up somewhere around his own 20-yard line, so it'll be first down and 10 for the Red Bombers with 12:40 in the second quarter.
I wonder if we're going to see, Ian, the Hurricanes kick a short punt here at some point in the future. They're lining that guy onside every time, but they're kicking it too far for him to make a difference. So I suspect they're doing that as a setup.
Well, it gives them lots of options. Not only would they try for a short punt, but also they could do a lateral and then have a receiver go downfield and then throw to him. So it just forces the Red Bombers to have a little bit more discipline on what the options are.
Yeah. And by putting them out there when you don't intend to use them, you make them go to sleep a little bit. You make the defense.
So questions are, so the Red Bombers going to go to the regular recipe and give it to Dylan Wong. And that's the case. He runs to the left-hand side. Nice big hole. Looks like about a 4 or 5 yard run.
The 11 herbs and spices.
The original recipe.
It'll be second and 6. Make that 3. It'll be second and 7, UNB.
And as Jeff Landine, our on-field announcer, has said, there's 7 yards to go. Second down for the Red Bombers.
What a great crowd here today. Just looking over there. Full line of fans. Bleachers are full. Cheerleaders are going.
Little motion to the right-hand side behind Rollins. Looks downfield. Looks like a screen pass. Ooh, fortunate that it wasn't intercepted by the Holland College defense. So it'll be third down and 7 for the Red Bombers deep in their own territory.
I think there were 2 hands on that one. I think Thomas Richardson got a hand on it, and I think Tyler Hobbs also got a hand on it.
That ball is going to be in the dreams of those 2 Hurricanes tonight.
Yeah, oh yeah. There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than as a defender knowing you could have caught a ball and didn't. You think about it forever. At least that's how I always was.
And if we have any fans watching from Holland College and Charlottetown or any Hurricane fans, greetings to you. It's a beautiful day here in Fredericton.
And if we're saying anybody's name wrong, we apologize.
Nice punt. Riley Spears. Big return.
Jack Mallow fields it.
Jack Mallow still going for the Hurricanes. And finally brought down, and a flag.
Here's his punt. Returned by Jack Mallow.
Looks like they're around the 38-yard line of the Red Bombers.
So I think the Hurricanes will be happy with that.
Let's see what this penalty is.
Looks like it's going against the Bombers.
Looks like rough play against the Bombers.
So the call is
Yeah,
rough
I'm not
play
sure what
against
that
the
was. I
Bombers.
mean, maybe late? I don't
Gotta
know.
move the ball up a bit more.
What is it? Is that as he walking 15?
Looks like a 15-yard penalty. So
Yeah.
big penalty against the Bombers
Yeah.
and puts the Hurricanes in a great position.
It'll be first down,
That's a
Holland
tough call.
UNB
That's a tough call.
25-yard line.
So 11:07 left in the first quarter, and it looks like they're on the Red Bomber 24-yard line. 3 receivers set up to Tran's right. And we need to make an adjustment on the down markers.
Yeah, so that roughing penalty. I mean, that was a little tough. I mean, he was sort of wrapped up, but he wasn't down. And I think it was because the Bombers tried to swarm and sort of finish the tackle. And given how slippery he had been just moments before, I don't really blame the Bombers defenders. But of course, officials are primarily concerned with safety. So.
Absolutely. Tran hands off into the left-hand side. Red Bombers met him early into their own backfield.
Ferris
like
had a hand on him.
A small, short gain
Briones with the carry. He's
for
brought down
Briones.
by Winston Lazier after a gain of 1.
Second down, 1-yard gain. It'll be 9 yards to go.
Ian, the Hurricanes offense knocking on the door. Trying to make the second quarter theirs.
Deoka is the lone setback to the left of Tran. 3 receivers to the right-hand side. Looks to his left. Looks to the corner.
I think that's
Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Way to go up and get that ball. And I can't quite see that it's on the far side of the field. I apologize. I can't. So we're gonna see that again. That was Connor.
Complete to
So we're going to see the replay
Longley.
here in the left-hand corner.
Okay, Nathan Longley was the receiver. Great way to go up and get that ball in the face of the defender.
You can see it. A little bit of a flutter. The defender is there, but goes up and gets it. Nathan Longley, big touchdown for the Hurricanes.
It was Riley Spear. The coverage was pretty good, but Longley just had half a step on him maybe, and went up and got the ball.
Extra point is good.
Into the grass. On the other side, it's on the roof.
So at 10:07 left in the second quarter, we have Red Bombers 14, Holland College Hurricanes 9. Gives us a contest.
Hurricanes reminding the Red Bombers, this is the AFL championship. This is not preseason. Nobody's walking away with this game.
Well, everybody, even though the Red Bombers went undefeated this year, the 2 games this year were 28-17 and 27-22, and the Red Bombers, I think, had to come back from a 15-point deficit on that second game, so they know that the Hurricanes can be dangerous. And certainly after a great beginning by the Red Bombers, they've let the Hurricanes get back in, and there's a lot of football left to play. Kay Mitchell setting up for the kickoff to the Red Bombers.
Hurricanes looking to figure out their personnel issues.
Again, I don't know if Holland College offers accounting, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of them on the field tonight.
Can any football player count Ian?
Easy now. Easy.
Hey.
We have some grad students here. Big kickoff from Kay Mitchell to the left-hand side of the Red Bombers. And big return. 84 from the Red Bombers.
Sam Phillips.
Sam Phillips had a solid return for the Red Bombers. So it looks like it'll be first down and 10 from their own 36. Ten minutes and 2 seconds left in the second quarter. So again, a bit of a wind against the Red Bombers, but not enough that should affect Rollins. And certainly if they continue to depend on Dylan Waugh and the offensive line to open up these holes. New quarterback for the Red Bombers. William Hicks hands off to Waugh. Big hole to the left-hand side. And another big run. First down for Dylan Waugh. No flags on the field. So Coach Sturgeon mixing it up again and putting Hicks at quarterback, who did not play at all in the semifinal last week.
But has played a lot this season. This is not necessarily this isn't a benching. All season, Coach Sturgeon has been alternating his quarterbacks, just getting lots of playing time, and his rationale for that is simply that he's got two great quarterbacks.
So first down for the Red Bombers with Dylan Waugh to the right of Hicks. Again, Dylan Waugh to the left-hand side, big hole in the middle, and a big run just short of a first down.
We got some little shoving back and forth there going on between the Bombers and the Hurricanes. As this game goes on, Ian, I think the chippiness is going to get an issue. Everybody's really passionate. Emotions are high down there.
So we've got 2nd down and 1 in Hurricane territory on the Hurricanes' 54-yard line. And, of course, this gives some options to the Red Bombers as to whether they're going to do another dive play or if they try and put a little bit of play action and throw something deep.
Yeah, I think they'll go deep on this. They'll go for it on 3rd down if they don't get it.
And they do some play action. Hicks looks to his right, down the middle, and wide open in number 5. Big first down for the Red Bombers.
Thomas Hoyt.
Don't see any flags on the play.
That was a big reception. Great catch over the shoulder.
Here comes the replay. And you look at the nice motion. Great blocking. Look at that pocket by the offensive line. Nice throw by Hicks. Nice post pattern. Beautiful catch.
Thomas Hoyt making it look easy.
And the strains of the themes of Jaws coming as the Red Bombers are threatening the Hurricanes once again.
And we got another penalty against the Hurricanes again for taking the helmet off. I'm not sure what this helmet issue is. I don't know if they're having issues with their helmets or...
So I don't know how many CFL historians are out there, but that would be a classic call by Tommy Wilkinson and the Edmonton Eskimos on a 2nd and short to be able to go deep with some options, and certainly Coach Sturgeon decided to take him up on that.
Well, Coach Sturgeon I think he just likes going for it on 3rd down, just to show his boldness. So he might have been hoping that was a drop ball, just so he can go for it on 3rd down. I don't know.
So while we're having a chat about what this call is, and they've decided not to penalize the Hurricanes.
Okay, yeah. There's got to be a technical issue there because you're not allowed to take your helmet off. That's the penalty.
And the head referee's explaining that to the coaching staff, and I don't think UNB's that upset. Again, that had nothing to do with the football play whatsoever.
No.
So we've got 1st down and 10 from, it looks like the 14-yard line of the Hurricanes. 7:36 left in the 2nd quarter. Dylan Waugh set up to the right of Hicks. 3 wide outs to the left-hand side. And the ball goes to Dylan Waugh to the left-hand side again. Nice hole. Oh, fumble, but quickly picked up by the offensive line.
But that'll make it a loss.
Luke Sanders was sharp enough to jump on that ball, so Red Bombers retain possession. And only lost a yard, so it's 2nd down and 11.
2nd and 11, UNB.
So small hiccup in this drive. Unusual fumble for Dylan Waugh in that case, but the Red Bombers weren't hurt too bad on it.
Yeah, the way it was brought down, it was almost like a slide, so I'm not sure what happened there.
Hicks looks to his left, flushed from the pocket. He's running to his left.
Oh, no, what was he thinking?
Fumble and intercepted by number 6, Javier Fernandez. So another bullet dodged. Here comes the replay.
We're going to see this again.
You'll see Hicks flush to his left-hand side.
It'll be a 1st down, Holland College.
And you can see Javier Fernandez there in the screen. Number 6 is coming up for the tackle and mishandled and able to catch it before it gets onto the ground. Not that he wouldn't have had it in the fumble anyway.
Yeah, I think Hicks was just trying to make. He was too desperate to make something happen there. I think he was trying to throw it.
Well, there's all kinds of things he was trying to flush, but again, Coach Sturgeon would tell you, take a knee and we'll take the field goal.
Yeah. I think that's. I'm sure Coach Sturgeon has just made that comment to Mr. Hicks. But yeah, I mean, the ball was too high. You know, he was getting hit. He just should have tucked it.
So Holland College player hurt, but looks like he's out on his own steam. That's great to see. And 2 times the Red Bombers have had a chance to put this half away anyway and taken back 2 scores. So I wonder if this is going to come to haunt them later.
You know, the advantage here, Ian, is that they've got spectacular field position here, and the Bombers' defense, you know, they're no slouch. It's going to be a challenge for the Hurricanes to march it all the way down.
Oh, there's no question, but finals are finals, and weird things can happen. You don't want to miss those opportunities. So it's going to be frustrating. See if the Red Bombers are able to hold their discipline. First down and 10 from the 19-yard line of the Hurricanes.
Interesting formation for the Hurricanes on the right. Oh, okay.
And off to Duoka. Big hole down the middle. He is going a long way. Brought down by number 9, the Red Bombers.
Trenton Bannister again, you know. Running back loves getting hit by a defensive back because it means they have made it quite a ways.
So the Hurricanes' offensive line showing the UNB. Here's a replay. Nice big run up the middle. You watch, it's pretty simple by Tran to hand it off to Duoka and right up a gaping hole in the middle. Went into the second level and the third level for that, and then was able to make some contact. So now we have first down and 10 still in Hurricanes 46-yard line. Rolls to his right-hand side, looking downfield, throws to the sideline. Incomplete.
Great
intended for Kay Mitchell.
Riley Spear all over it. Great defense.
So Kay Mitchell is the certainly the prime target for Tran over the last couple of games.
Kay Mitchell, a veteran on this Holland College team. He's been a go-to receiver for a couple of years now anyways.
So second down and 10. Again from the Hurricanes 46. 5:19 left in the second quarter. Looks downfield to the right-hand side, looking deep, but incomplete. Over the head of number 13, Tyler Majori.
The Bombers secondary getting a little lucky there. There was both receivers on that side had beat their coverage.
Wow. So a bit of back and forth with defenses coming up big when they had to. Third down and 10. And it appears that Kay Mitchell will be punting the ball back to the Red Bombers with Matt LaFleur waiting for the punt. And again, Hurricanes putting a player on side. Number 23, Justice Grant, their defensive stalwart. Nice high punt. Matt LaFleur letting it bounce. Takes it cleanly. Don't see any flags.
Yeah.
Doesn't appear to be any no yards calls.
No, that was borderline. I don't think that was 5 yards. But it wasn't. But it also wasn't a dangerous situation. It was. They gave him enough space to field the ball.
So looking at field position, Holland College has to be really happy on the fact that UNB was knocking on their doorstep, and now it's first down and 10 from UNB's own 34-yard line with 4:43 left in the second quarter. Score 14 for UNB, 9 for the Hurricanes.
Just take a moment to comment. All kinds of fans here. My favorite little fan, my daughter, was here at this game a few moments ago.
What's her name, Justin?
Her name is Riley. She had to go home because she needs to nap in the middle of the day. I'm excited to be watching football, but I also wouldn't mind napping in the middle of the day.
Well, luckily it's been exciting enough that we have no excuse.
That's right.
So we had timeout UNB.
Yeah, so they clearly saw something that they didn't like. Over 4 minutes left in the half. So I think, actually, I'd say this probably had more to do with Coach Sturgeon changing his mind about the offensive plan for the next couple of plays than it did with something he didn't like on the defensive side of the ball.
So the Hurricanes have had an exciting time. They were successful in the semifinal last week against Dalhousie and were hard against it. Dalhousie looked like they were going to be able to win, but at 6:24 of the fourth quarter, Holland College was able to tie it up. and eventually won with a touchdown with Briones to win the game 23-17. So they've had enough of their drama to come to this final game today.
It's been a hard-fought season between the Hurricanes, the Tigers, and the Bombers between each of them as well.
First down and 10. Fixed quarterback throws down the middle, incomplete. A little bit behind the intended receiver.
Javier Fernandez thought he might get a piece of that too.
Brady Manderville was the intended receiver, but that pass was low and outside. And it's interesting when the Bombers decide to go with passing. If they don't start off with Waugh, it kind of sets their expectations that they're probably going to pass again on second down.
Yeah, I think
and early motion by the Bombers, which we saw a lot of in the semifinal last week against St. John. So again, discipline getting the better of the Red Bombers now in the second quarter.
Just the timing off on the the receivers obviously start in motion, and the timing is just a little off. I'm sure Coach Sturgeon worked on that a lot in the week of practice, but clearly they've got some.
Well, it's certainly that adds another challenge to them to have to go 15 yards and second down. Looks like their own 29. 3:35 left in the second quarter.
So this is a big moment here. I mean, so with 3 minutes left, 3.5 minutes left, momentum going to the half, that's a real thing. Both teams are looking to put up some points before they go into the locker rooms.
Hicks dropping back. Another flag on the play. He's flushed to his right and throws. It should be incomplete, but we have a flag.
And what a shame. There was a blown coverage on that. Matt LaFleur was wide open down the middle.
Initial indication would be it's against the Red Bombers. Procedure again.
Yeah, I think they were offside again.
Procedure again to the Red Bombers. See if they take that penalty or not.
You know, if I'm the Hurricanes, I'd let them go to third down.
It looks like they declined it. So it's third down and 15, deep into Red Bomber territory on their own 29, and it looks like they're going to be punting the ball back to the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Third and 15 for the Red Bombers.
3:15 left in the second quarter.
So you folks at home, you have the advantage. You can see the cheerleaders up in the corner. They're working very hard. They're trying to keep everybody motivated. Oh, big kick by
Riley Spears with the punt.
Receiver backing
up. Taken cleanly by 9 of the Hurricanes. And he's got a good return here.
Jack Mallow with a big return. It almost looked like he stepped out of bounds, but the officials did not call that.
And bringing it back into Red Bomber territory. So knocking on the door again are the Hurricanes. Here comes a replay.
We're going to see this one again. We'll see if we can see him step out of bounds. It looked like he got knocked out of bounds at one point.
First down, Holland College. 3 minutes left in the half.
As you can hear in the background, Jeff Landine letting us know that there's 3 minutes left in the second quarter.
So a change of only about 10 yards. Here's kind of a big punt. This is a big punt.
And
Riley Spears put a little bit extra on that.
And Holland College stepping up to the line now. And balls up the middle to Briones. Big run.
Oh, so you can't quite see if the returner stepped out of bounds there. Anyway, regardless, we're back in action.
Close to a first down for Holland College.
Yeah, it looks like another first down, and it looks like the Hurricanes are going back to the recipe that they had last week by giving the ball to their workhorse Briones. Holland College offensive line not taking any second fiddle to the UNB offensive line by opening up significant holes for Briones. So now we've got first down and 10, 28-yard line of the Red Bombers. 2:12 remaining. And off to the right-hand side, quickly met by 3 Red Bombers. Brought down should be a a small loss, or maybe just no gain on the
That
play.
was Logan Silliphant, the first Bomber make contact there. So the 2 points, they may be a factor here. The 2 points that the Bombers gave up may be a factor here. If the Hurricanes are able to put up a major score, they will take the lead.
So we've got 2nd down and 10. 3 wideouts to the right of Tran, and we've got Oka as the lone setback. Looks downfield to his right.
Big
Deep
pass.
ball. Oh, juggled by the Hurricane receiver, but incomplete.
Ooh, Ian Saunders. That could have been played better, Mr. Saunders.
Kay Mitchell was the intended receiver. Here comes the replay.
Saunders got a little lucky
Again,
there.
we'll see Tran throw to the right-hand side, again to the corner of the end zone.
So he did get in his way.
Oh.
But, yeah. You would have liked to seen him, maybe half a step back there and able to turn around and actually make a play on that ball instead of sort of sticking his hand there. He got a little lucky. Kay Mitchell's too talented a receiver to leave that.
Oh,
that
looks
ball
like
hanging up there.
Hurricanes are setting up for a field goal.
Ooh, this is a long field goal. I'm going to be very impressed if he makes this.
A little less than a 35-yard attempt.
That's Kay Mitchell. Kay Mitchell is the kicker. You'd think they'd be almost better off to try for a Rouge. This is a big kick. Oh my goodness, he's got it.
And
what
the
a
kick
field
is good.
goal. What a field goal. Wow.
So 3 points for the Hurricanes.
That's a 35-yard field goal.
Now makes the score 14 for the Red Bombers, 12 for the Hurricanes. Here comes the replay, and you're going to see that it's a lovely exchange and a nice easy kick for Kay Mitchell right down the middle of the goalpost.
Wow. That's great. Good call, Hurricanes. Good execution, Kay Mitchell.
So with 1:28 left in the second quarter, with only a 2-point advantage for the Red Bombers, they're going to scrimmage first down and 10, I would guess, from their own 35.
Yes, I think this is an election. This is an election to take the ball at the 35. So, but a minute, 28 seconds left. Enough time to see more points here for sure.
Oh, run again to Wah on the right-hand side. Big hole. And he's still going. You see a flag.
Big flag. So I think we might see...
Holding is the initial indication.
Oh, yeah. Holding against the So I bet it looked like it might be after the first down.
It's interesting. I'm seeing a lot of calls by the officials that are way back in the defensive backfield making these calls.
Yeah. So I think this is effectively going to be a replay down.
But my question would be, did that happen after they were able to get that first down? It doesn't look like they're giving them the credit for that, so it's going to be first down repeated, 10-yard penalty, and that's 20 yards.
Now I'm confused about that call, about when that hold was. Because that would indicate that the hold was before the line of scrimmage.
Well,
but it was the
time that flag went, and from the position that official was, I would claim that Dylan Wall already had the first down. But that's not what they called.
No, that's not what they called. So that's what it is. So 1st and 20, Bombers.
Hicks still at quarterback. Handing to Dylan Wall again up the middle. Big hole. And he's regaining a lot of those yards lost. He's brought down. He was able to gain about 15 yards on that play, so it looks like it's 2nd down and 5.
Bombers going back to the formula that works.
Well, Coach Spurgeon taking the philosophy of it ain't broke, don't fix it, and give it to Dylan Wong. .103 left in the second quarter. Dylan Wah once again to the left-hand side. Big hole.
That's a first down.
And he's able to get the first down.
Dylan Wah with the carry.
Thankfully, no flags on this play.
He picks up what's needed, and it's a
Even though we are in the last 3 minutes, time is a factor here. There are only 52 seconds left.
So you watch in Canadian University ball, the referee has just blown that in. So time is definitely a factor, and UNB not taking any timeouts. I'm not sure how many they've got left.
They're taking too much time here. So this will, I think we're looking at a big pass play here. They'll try to throw the ball long here, I think.
Early movement on the line, no flags. Deep ball to the right-hand side.
Defender all over it.
And it's
And
an interception
intercepted.
by the Hurricanes.
Yeah, Hurricanes ball. And
Justice again.
okay, that was intended for, the pass was intended for Brady Manderville.
Will Hicks's pass intended for Brady
You
Manderville.
can see the ball going deep onto the right-hand side.
That's picked off by Justice Grant.
And Justice Grant once again stepping up for the Hurricanes defense with a big interception to snuff out any drive by the Red Bombers.
So Justice Grant, he has a big sack. He's got a couple of big tackles. Is that his first interception or his second interception today? I think that's his first interception today.
I think it's the first
Yeah,
one.
that's the only interception today.
We're going to have to go to our huge statistics team to find out whether that's...
Got a whole bank of folks back here just running stats for us. No, we don't.
So we've got 25 seconds left in the second quarter. See if the Hurricanes have anything they're going to try to pull out.
Oh, they're gonna
Deep
try
ball
run
to
big
the
pass.
left-hand side. Well over the head of the intended receiver, number 85.
Rams pass intended for Connor Douglas.
Connor Douglas.
Riley Spears looked like he might have had a track on that. I think he might have been trying to get his own interception.
It'll be second down, Holland
20
College
seconds
with 20
left.
seconds left.
So it's second down and 10 from their own, looks like 27-yard line. Wind picking up just a bit. And it's at the backs of Holland College.
Might have contributed to that overthrow.
You're being kind. Red Bomber deep backs giving lots of room and a big sack.
Big sack. Alec Ferris.
Alec Ferris stepping up for the defense. Big question now as to what time's left. There's 16 seconds left. Here comes the replay.
Big loss on the play.
We're going to see Alec Ferris, I believe, come from the left-hand side of Tran. Does a nice shift on the tackle and comes right in for the big sack. So big play here. Important for Kay Mitchell to get this ball downfield as much as possible. And that, with 16 seconds left, it's maybe possible UNB's going to get 2 plays from scrimmage. Hard to say. Also, whether when they blow this in that time goes, or whether they've called a timeout and they've stopped it. Nope, time is running. So
yeah, they may not get a play.
UNB must have run out of timeouts.
Yeah, so this is the last play. We'll see if Matt LaFleur can make some magic happen.
Chips it downfield.
Oh, and it's
Matt LaFleur
bobbling
taking his
around.
time. That's no yards. There we go. We've got a flag. So that
We'll be-
it can't. Second quarter can't end on a penalty. It may give UNB a chance to have 1 play from scrimmage.
Down on
one
the
play.
That was the last play of the half, but
No, there'll be
the
one more
half
play.
can't end on a penalty.
So we will see one more play. Bit of a mental error on the part of the Hurricanes. I'm not sure why they punted that at all, and why if they were going to punt it, why they.
If UNB takes this penalty
Just
and does
punt it out of
something from
bounds.
scrimmage, it would be on the 44-yard line of the Holland College Hurricanes with first down and 10.
So no yards on the play.
So maybe just a
That
bit of a
would give UNB
mental error on the
one
part of the
more play
Hurricanes.
and a
I don't know why
half.
they wouldn't have if they didn't just take a knee, or why they didn't just kick the ball out of bounds. I
Well, a
don't
lot
know.
of good questions, but that's not what happened.
not what
so
happened.
we've got first down and 10 for the Red Bombers. Last play of the half.
Well put, Mr. McMillan.
Thank you. 40 from the Holland College 44-yard line.
So what do you think? Do we see another run? What's the highest probability touchdown play here?
I would imagine that they're going to throw this ball.
Yeah. And Hurricanes in full prevent defense here. 6 defensive
Hicks
backs
steps
deep.
back, looks downfield, throws deep to
Big
his
ball,
right-hand
big
side.
ball.
Lovely ball,
Nope.
but incomplete. Was not in range, and that should be the end of the first half.
Yeah, nothing wrong there. Taking a shot down the field, putting a little drama in. And so I think we're going to see a couple of replays here before we go on the half. So hang on for just a couple minutes if you want to see these replays. Before you take a bit of a break, get a beverage, a snack. Oh, hey everybody, how you doing? Okay.
So here's our first replay. A little bit of play action with Rollins looking to the left-hand side. I think this is the first big play for the Red Bombers, getting them in touchdown range in the first quarter. we've got Hicks. I would think that this is the interception by Justice. And it is. That was later in the second quarter.
Got to give a lot of props to Justice. Justice is looking like
he's having a big
like a playmaker today.
I'm guessing this is the touchdown by Dylan Waugh that goes off the right-hand edge of the offensive line. Oh, this is the first one that went into that big hole.
Yeah.
That's what put the Red Bombers up 7-0. And this is the big sack by Justice.
Oof.
Just puts that shoulder pad underneath the chin of Rollins, which might be why he's not playing quarterback.
Yeah, good on Rollins getting up after that. Man, I would.
This is Tran. Oh, this is when he tried to run out to his left-hand side and is sacked and caused a fumble.
Alec Ferris. Recovery by Turner Sturgeon.
And I think UNB was able to get their second touchdown from this one. And, of course, it's Dylan Waugh off to the right-hand side, and you'll see nary a hurricane in his way.
No. All bets were on up the middle on that play.
Again, Tron stepping back, and this is the other turnover by the Hurricanes. You can see Dooka thinking that that's an incomplete pass, but, of course, it was behind him. And UNB quick enough to pick this up. And unfortunately for UNB, there was a penalty on the return, and they weren't able to get a score off of this play.
Was it for that block there against Dooka?
Well, yeah, it's an obvious clip, and the defensive coaching staff must be frustrated that they weren't even thinking. We've got three more. This is going to be the first touchdown for the Hurricanes in the left-hand corner. And as the receiver goes up and takes the ball at the apex over the head of the defensive back from the Red Bombers, and that puts
pace keeps running, running, and 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 running, running, and
in this context, there's no disrespect, so when I bust my rhyme, you break your necks. We got 5 minutes for us to disconnect from all intellect and let the rhythm affect. To lose the inhibition, follow your intuition, free your inner soul and break away from tradition. Cause when we be out, girl, it's fully weed out. You wouldn't believe how we wow shit out. We burn it till it's burned out, turn it till it's turned out. Act up from northwest, east side. Everybody, everybody, let's get into it. Get stoked, get it started, get it started, get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Yeah.
Lose control, a body and soul. Don't move too fast, people just take it slow. Don't get ahead, just jump into it. Y'all hear about it? The P's will do it. Get started, get stupid. Don't worry about it, people will walk you through it step by step like an infant new kid. Inch by inch with a new solution. Transmit hits with no delusion. The feeling's irresistible and that's how we move it.
Yo, everybody, everybody, let's get into it. Get stoked, get it started, get it started, get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Yeah.
keep running, running, and running, running.
Come on, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. And while out here. Let's get it. And while out here. Let's get it. And
Let's get ill, that's the deal. Applicator will bring the bug dot drill. Lose your mind, this is the time. You can't stand still, twist and bang your spine. Bob your head like me, Apple D. Up inside your club or in your Bentley. Get messy, loud and sick. Your mind fast, mama on another head trip. Come them now, do not correct it. Let's get ignorant, let's get hectic.
everybody, everybody, let's get into it. Get stoked, get it started, get it started, get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here.
running and running, running and running, running and running.
thanks so much for coming back for the final of the Atlantic Football League. UNB Red Bombers 14, Holland College Hurricanes 12. And Holland College will be kicking off to the Red Bombers with the wind at their back for the third quarter. And, of course, this was a tale of two quarters. UNB started with a great advantage, being up 14-2, but that was whittled away to 14-9, and then now to 14-12. So there were opportunities lost. Dylan, what do you think UNB is going to come back with here? I'm sorry. I answered my own question, Justin.
I think that's I think they got to get back to the bread and butter. Dylan Waugh is the engine of this offense. Everything else is just icing.
So 84 with a big return coming up the middle and brought down.
Sam Phillips with the return.
Sam Phillips basically on his own 35-yard line.
So I did get a rule clarification. We were talking a little bit about the intentional grounding there. In Canadian amateur football, the rule actually has been changed. So if the ball is thrown and it gets past the line of scrimmage, it is not intentional grounding, regardless of any other factor.
Well, given the fact I learned the rules in 1964, that means I would have got that one wrong.
But now you know.
So we still have Hicks at quarterback, who did most of the work in the second quarter.
Early timeout. What is going on here? That is a mistake.
Well, I don't think the personnel are what they'd intended to or what Hicks thought he had.
Timeout Red Bombers.
Big mistake. That could turn out to be a costly mistake. Bombers making a couple of substitutions here. I think they might have had 11 people out, actually. They sent in 2 and 1 came off.
Well, certainly at spending timeouts like that early cost them in the first half, where they would have loved to have called a timeout and got that ball back on Holland College and weren't able to take advantage of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Big mistake.
So here we go. First down and 10 from the 35. Dylan Waugh to the left.
And this is going to be a pass out of the gate.
And through the hands. Incomplete.
Sam Phillips.
Ball was right in the hands of Sam Phillips, but went right through, so it's second down and 10.
So not a hot start for the Bombers here.
Well, good call, I think, with the fire pass is like anything, and then we can get right into the typical cliches for these games, but it comes down to execution on final games.
Yeah. And in the first quarter, as you said a moment ago, first quarter execution was spectacular. Now, not so much. Another pass.
It's looking again to the left-hand side, deep pass down the sidelines and well over the head of Sam Phillips.
Intended again for Sam Phillips. I don't know if that was a miss or if they were on the wrong page for the play, but
well, he was certainly behind the defensive back, and again, an opportunity gone wanting for the Red Bombers. They've had lots of opportunities, and again, it easily left 14 points on the board due to lack of discipline, penalties, and the like.
So Bombers forced to punt here.
Riley Spears back to punt. And number 9, Jack Mallow. Looks to be getting the ball for the Hurricanes. Close to being blocked,
so
but nice high punt. Right near the sidelines. No yards. I don't see any flag.
No flag. No, which is consistent with how they were calling. They couldn't call that.
So Hurricanes just into Red Bomber territory. It's a scrimmage first down and 10 with 13:40 left in the third quarter.
So Hurricanes with a pretty good opportunity here to start the second half for their first offensive play of the second half. Get the ball in Bombers territory.
So on the Bombers' 53-yard line, it's going to be first down and 10 for the maroon and white. Tran still at quarterback with Briones and Oka on either side of him. Looks to pass. Looking downfield. He's being flushed. Oh, very close to being sacked. And big catch. Right to the usual suspect, Kay Mitchell. Is able to roll out.
Morgan Martin almost tracked him down from behind. He was working hard.
Looks like second down and in between 2.5 and 3 yards to go.
Phillips, Riley Phillips, and Joe Richardson. All three of you have got a card waiting for you over here in the booth.
I hear Joe Richardson, Bomber alumni, winning prizes up here.
It's fixed.
It may be.
Ball given to Deoka on the right-hand side. Big gain.
Catches that corner.
Pushed out of bounds, but good enough for a first down for the Hurricanes.
Montez Deoka with the
Bomber's
carry.
looking a little
He picks
flat
up the
right
yards
now.
Needed. It'll be a first down, Holland College.
Well, the Mighty Mo is right behind Holland College
He's
right
brought
now.
down by Ian Saunders. It'll be first down at UNB's.
So we've got
36.
first down and 10 from the Bombers' 36-yard line. 12-17 remaining in the third quarter. Wind behind the backs of Holland College. UNB in zone coverage. Tron looking to pass again down the right-hand side again, going for the corner.
Spears got to get his hand up, or eyes up rather. And
Touchdown!
I
Hurricanes!
did not think he came up with that ball.
Big catch.
I was certain that Spears defended that. He was all over him. He was in the right spot. He is very frustrated with himself right now. Riley Spears. We're going to see this again. I didn't think he caught the ball. And Tran with good eye motion, going through his progressions.
Really good coverage,
I did
but
not think he got that ball.
okay, Underhill was able to bring that in for a touchdown. Okay, Underhill setting up for the conversion.
Kay Mitchell.
Kay Mitchell. And that point is good.
And the point after is
So
good.
at 11:53 mark of the third quarter, it is the Holland College Hurricanes 19,
So early in the second
University
half,
of New Brunswick Red Bombers
Holland College
14.
takes the lead. It's 19-14
So Hurricanes taking their
Holland
first
College.
lead of the day. Obviously, their coaching staff had some effective words in their locker room during halftime.
So a little bit of deja vu for the Red Bombers on the second contest that they met the Hurricanes when they were in Charlottetown. And Red Bombers in the first quarter were answering questions of the Hurricanes, and they were answered very loudly that the Hurricanes are not walking away, and they want this championship as much as anybody.
Yeah, I think the Bombers now have a challenge, a psychological challenge. They need to pick themselves up, keep grinding forward. Championships aren't just given away, they're earned. And the Bombers, they've been there before, they know how to do it. They just got to turn it on.
Big kick down to the left-hand side of the Red Bombers. Sam Phillips with the return. And he's got a nice gap there. And
Great return.
Sam Phillips
no
with the
flags on the
return.
play.
He's over the 35. It'll be first down Red Bombers at their own
37-yard line of the Red Bombers. It's going to be first down and 10 with 11:48 left in the third quarter. So question is, Justin, we're going to see the Dylan Waugh show. Who's at quarterback? And I think we've got Rollins back at quarterback.
Yeah, we got Rollins back in. I really hope we see more Dylan Waugh, and here we go.
On
This
the
is
left-hand
formula
side, big
that
hole
works.
again. Looks like about a 6-yard gain, maybe 5.
Having Dylan Waugh be the workhorse of the offense, the engine of the offense, and then peppering in those passes at key moments, that has been what has worked for the Bombers all season. Well, certainly the second half of the season. And I'm not sure why Coach Sturgeon got away from that in the second quarter. For the Bombers' sake, hopefully he gets
So
back
it looks
to
like second down and 6 to go with 11 minutes left in the third quarter.
And
Movement on the defensive line of the
But he got that.
Hurricanes. Big hole on the left-hand side. Dylan Waugh got a first down, but then we see a late flag from the official.
Dylan Waugh has picked up the first down yardage. There's a flag on the play.
Early indication is holding against the Red Bombers.
And that's exactly what it is. Now the only question is here is was it after yards or
I don't see
before?
them making that differentiation at all on these.
No. So and I'm not sure why. So they're walking back to the line of scrimmage, and then they're going to go 10 yards back. You know what? I'm very confused about this. Maybe I don't understand the rule.
So the call is holding against UNB.
But so that's going to bring up, that's going to be a repeat of second down with a 10-yard penalty.
So penalties are showing up to be the huge Achilles heel for the Red Bombers today. It's taken away 14 potential points on the board and certainly stalled most of the drives that they've had here in the third quarter. Play action.
Oh, in and out of the hands of Sam Phillips.
I think they'll call that incomplete.
Yeah. Very quickly called incomplete.
Sam Phillips is open on that play, but in both cases he hasn't been able to collect the ball.
And that one hit him right in the belly. He's going to have nightmares about that one.
So we've got third down and looks like 16.
And the Bombers, no choice once
just
again.
Just in front of their own 31-yard line. 10:29 left in the third quarter. Riley Spears again to set up for the punt.
Good kick.
This time to his right-hand side. Is he going to get the bounce?
I think it'll bounce out of bounds.
And it bounces out of bounds, still in Red Bomber territory, so it'll be the Holland College Hurricanes scrimmaging first down and 10 from the Red Bombers' 52-yard line.
So this is the Hurricanes' second offensive possession of the half, and on the first one, they started about the same spot, actually 2 yards back from where they currently are, and it ended in a touchdown pass to Kay Mitchell. Beautiful catch by Kay Mitchell. So we'll see what the Hurricanes are going to try this time.
So again, we've got 19 for the Hurricanes, 14 for the Red Bombers. Wind at the back of the Hurricanes. Deep throw to the right-hand side. He's wide open, but it's over the head of the intended receiver. Second down and 10.
You know, I'm not sure. You know, I can't say this is intentional or not, but we're seeing a lot of balls going Riley Spears' way. You know, I don't know if they see that as, you know, as a matchup that they think that they can win or not. I mean, Riley Spears has been a good defender, so I'm not sure. It may just be coincidence.
Absolutely. Well, we'll keep looking.
Yeah.
See if they're picking on that side. Something that we might have picked up last time, you saw that both running backs were tight to Tran when it looks like he was going to throw. Now he looks like he's got three wideouts split to his right. And again, he's looking to pass to the left-hand side, flushed from the pocket, and he's sacked.
Alec Ferris, bringing him down.
Alec Ferris, the difference for the Red Bomber defense today.
Graham gets out of the pocket, but not away from Alec Ferris.
You know, one thing that you see very commonly in championship teams, in championship games, is you see, you know, 2 or 3 key guys just putting the team on their back and making key plays, you know, play after play after play, you know, in sequence. And Alec Ferris is one of these guys who's capable of that. Every time he's on the field, he's capable of getting
So
sacked.
we've got 3rd and 14 for the Hurricanes on their own 54-yard line. Looks like Kay Mitchell is going to be punting once more. Ooh, close to a block. Matt LaFleur back, takes it cleanly.
Ooh.
And he's able to get over his own 20-yard line for a 1st and 10.
Great coverage on the Hurricane special teams.
First down, Red Bombers.
So this quarter is settling down to be a battle of territory. And I think the Hurricanes, now that they have the lead, would be just as comfortable to play the rest of the quarter in the half of the Red Bombers.
Yeah, the Bombers have got to get it out of their own half. I mean, yeah, you know, they're not losing here. They're not winning, but they're not losing. But they're in their own territory. They got to get out of their own territory. As long as the ball is in their territory, they're susceptible to the big play, the big touchdown, like we saw from Kay Mitchell on the Hurricanes' first drive of the half.
So from their own 22, it's 1st down and 10 for the Red Bombers. Dylan Waugh up the middle. Ooh. Initial contact, but he's able to make approximately 5 yards.
Hayden Machasinski
maybe 4.
had a big first contact on Dylan Waugh, but Dylan Waugh able to shake it off and pick up a couple of yards.
Actually, I think he only got 3 yards on that, so it would be 2nd down and 7.
Yeah.
So the Holland College Hurricanes defensive line is tightening up significantly on the running plays against the Red Bombers. See if they're going to force them to go to the air. And they are looking to throw. Downfield down the middle. Wide open to Hicks. Oh, no.
No, that's a fumble. That's
and
a
he's
fumble.
fumbled it and
That's
picked up by the
recovery.
Hurricanes.
Oh,
they
my
have
goodness.
regained possession. Big turnover for the Hurricanes.
Rollins pass.
Oof.
Complete.
That
Here we
one
go with
hurts.
the replay. Let's see the on the tackle. I think the Hurricane defender came right into the breadbasket and a
Oh,
nice
yeah.
tackle.
Yeah, shoulder right on the ball.
And guess who? 23, Justice.
Justice Grant. I got to say, Justice Grant, MVP for the Hurricanes so far. Came into
Huge giant minds think alike on that.
Yeah.
He's
There
just
you go.
thinking. Oh, Justice Grant has been the difference for the Hurricanes, certainly.
That's pretty much 3 turnovers now that he's
So
exclusively
first down and
responsible
10 in UNB territory for the Hurricanes. And they're going back to the ground with Briones.
Hand off to Briones.
So the Hurricanes tried to do this by the air, but were unsuccessful other than that one touchdown. So I think they're going to try and take some time off the clock and march their way towards the UNB goal line. And it's going to be UNB to make the stop. It looks like it would be 2nd and 4 from the UNB 31-yard line. Hand off to Doka. Wide open on the left-hand corner. He's going for the corner. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Marco Antonio Briones with the
Big
carry.
run off tackle by Doka, and there was no Bombers there to stop him.
Briones on that one. That was Briones.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
They both hard runs.
And look at the receiver able to make that seal, and Briones was away to the corner. Touchdown, Hurricanes. We're setting up for the extra point.
Point is good. And the Hurricanes making their presence felt with a key turnover by key forced fumble by Justice Grant and a couple of great strong runs by Briones.
Big play. So with 6:13 left in the third quarter, it's the Holland College Hurricanes 26, Red Bombers 14.
So the Bombers now looking at the 12-point deficit.
Well, bad news for the Bombers is the momentum is well behind the Holland College Hurricanes, but there's lots of time for them to be able to regroup. And they've been able to do that, I think, in at least 3 games this season where they were behind and able to come back against not only Holland College, but also Dalhousie Tigers. So wouldn't be any reason to panic, but time to buckle up and execute.
Yeah, the good news is plenty of time. But discipline, self-discipline, gonna have to lock down the penalties. They've really been the penalties have been killing the Bombers since the first half. Well, the second and third quarters.
Good kick down the middle, a bit of a line drive. Looks like Sam Phillips again with the ball, coming right up the middle. Oh, nice move to get outside to the left-hand side, but brought down quickly.
Matt LaFleur on the return.
Jack Mallow with the tackle for the Hurricanes.
Matt LaFleur with the carry, with the return, brought down by
So
Matt
we've got
Mallow.
a little more than 6 minutes left in the third quarter.
Red Bombers at their own 24.
First down and 10 from the Red Bombers 24. Rollins at quarterback.
No shortage of Bombers fans out there. I think there's more now than in the first half, and they're all lined. You see them in the stands, but also when I was out on the field during the break, you see a lot underneath the booth here as well, and on this side of the field behind the benches.
And big run to the right-hand side, sweep for Wine. He's got
He's
lots
got a lot
of
of
room
grass in front
available
of
to
him.
him. He's off to the races and just out of bounds inside their own 50-yard line. First down and 10 for the Red Bombers.
Busted outside. A gain of 25 on the play.
This is what they need. This is exactly what they need. And I like that it wasn't a run up the middle. I like that it was a run to the outside. That's been an underutilized play call.
Certainly has. So
By the
first down
Bombers.
and 10 on their own 48 for the Red Bombers.
Oh no, a bobbled, and he, oh my goodness, the mistakes.
So
Bobbled snap. Oh, I think I don't.
it was a quick fumble off the legs of Dylan Waugh right into the hands of Holland College, and they blew it dead. So you can see that the exchange never came out of Dylan Waugh never had a chance, as Rollins never really got possession. And I think Holland College would have a fair complaint to say that that was an early whistle, as to the knees of that Holland College player never went down, but it was blown dead.
Yeah, and and then that's how the refs have been calling it. Safety first, right? They've been quick on the whistle consistently for both sides.
So first down and 10 for the Hurricanes on another Red Bomber turnover, just inside the 50-yard line of the Red Bombers.
So not able to capitalize on that.
So you're seeing two setbacks close to trend. This would typically be a pass play by Holland College. And no, they're able to give it on a small delay to Duoka. And looks like he's got about a 4-yard gain, second down. Looks like they've marked it 3 yards, so it would be 2nd and 7 from the Red Bomber 42-yard line. No, I'm sorry, 47-yard line. Just one lone setback. Tran up underneath the center. Handoff again. Oh, Gabriel St. Germain is early to meet him in the backfield.
Followed up this time very quickly by the Bombers, and a late flag here. I think we had some pushing. I think we're going to see an unsportsmanlike against the Hurricanes. And we'll just wait for the
Looking
call.
for the signal from the head referee. So dead ball, foul, unnecessary roughness.
This is the call on Holland College.
Called on Darius Kemp.
It'll be 2nd and 25, Holland College.
Big penalty against Holland College. So I would expect that's 3rd down. Even though our down box says now
There
it's
it goes.
3rd down.
Yeah. So, you hate to see the penalties being the difference maker in the game. But, the penalties have been a pretty significant factor now, on both sides here. A weird punt.
So Matt LaFleur took it on the second bounce. Not able to gain a lot of yardage, but it'll be first down and 10 for the Red Bombers with 3:45 left in the third quarter.
Great punt, great coverage.
Again, the score 26 for the Hurricanes and 14 for the Red Bombers.
So we'll see if the Bombers can buckle down, stay disciplined, avoid the penalties, avoid the little mistakes. That's what it is. Penalties and little mistakes are absolutely what's killing the Red Bombers so far.
To come into typical football quotes, this is where Coach Belichick would say, just do your job.
Just do your job.
Dylan Waugh, wide open flag on the play, though. So if the penalties against Holland College, that's a first down, but we would have anticipated something against the Red Bombers.
No, it looks like it's offside against the Hurricanes, so that'll be declined, I think. So that's a first down, Bombers.
So Justin Wise looking like he can see into the future, and that's exactly what happened with a first down for the Red Bombers with a nice run from Dylan Waugh and penalty declined. So it's first down and 10 from their own 43.5, 44-yard line. Dylan Waugh again. That hole on the left-hand side is open all day long. And it looks like he may have made it far enough for another first down.
I think he carried too. Oh, and there's another penalty against the Hurricanes. So this will be they'll tack on an additional 15 yards on the back of that.
Well, discipline going back and forth here. We had a lot of ill discipline with UNB and now Holland College, with what seems like pointless penalties after the plays are done.
So the ball, I think that they might have had a measurement, but for the penalty, that was pretty close to the first down line. But with the penalty, it's an automatic first down.
So that's a 15-yard penalty.
That's definitely a UNB
From the
first down.
after he had gained close to the first down, so it'll be first down and 10 for UNB from the Holland College 41-yard line.
Hurricanes call the timeout. Great call here. I think they called it. Oh,
No, they
did they
didn't.
not call a timeout? No. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I think it would have been wise for them too to just settle down a bit.
Dylan Waugh again to the left-hand side. Holland College able to snuff that out pretty quickly, and a little bit of extracurricular, but nothing special afterwards. So we're going to have a second down with a short gain. 2:53 left in the third quarter.
I'm not sure if Dylan slipped on that or if he changed his mind, but he did lose a step there, and that's what allowed the Hurricanes to meet him at the line of scrimmage.
So this will be interesting. Now we got William Hicks in, and as anybody who was watching the broadcast or was here last week, Hicks did a phenomenal job as a receiver. We'll see if he's now a target that the Bombers going to be looking for. And he's splitting out to the left of Rollins.
Looks like his co-receivers are telling him where to go, though.
Looks downfield, wide open.
Oh, another missed reception.
Pass intended for Nick Duffy. Incomplete. It'll be third down and 9 UNB.
UNB player was wide open on that play. And Rollins threw a dart right into his mitts and dropped it. So now we've got third down. Big play for UNB. If they're able to get a first down, they can continue with this momentum. Doesn't look like they're going to try and punt. So
I'm going to give you that number in just a moment.
Yeah.
Very frustrating if they're not able to make something out of what was the beginning of a nice drive.
Well, especially because a punt would give them great field possession, right?
Looking downfield, and he's flushed.
Oh, he's in trouble. He's in trouble, and he's
Not going to happen.
brought down for a sack. That's 28 and 36 that were in on it together. That was Jerome Shimangila.
That'll be a turnover on downs. It'll be Holland College first
Excuse
down
me,
at
I'm
their
sorry.
own 43
And
yard line. So here's that 50-50 number. If you have ticket
and I
number
forget the second
5609
player. Regardless, the Hurricanes defenders doing a great job flushing Rollins out of the pocket and tracking him down to force the sack.
So first down and 10 for the Hurricanes on their own 43 with 1:40 left in the third quarter. They're up 26-14 against the Red Bombers in the Atlantic Football League title match.
So talk about missed opportunities. Bombers finally get some momentum going and just slip with so many drop balls in and out of the hands of Bombers receivers. So many drop balls.
Tran stepping up underneath the center.
Interesting choice.
Quick pitch out to the left-hand side for Briones, but taken quickly by UNB. Big loss on the play. UNB defense is stepping up now.
Morgan Martin breaking through the line. Sniffing out that toss real quick.
So quick change of personnel for the Hurricanes. Certainly would be setting up for a potential pass on this play. And I think we've got equipment trouble from Briones.
The old loose shoe.
Yeah, but that's by goalies in hockey to lose time, not running backs. These referees aren't waiting for him.
So at some point in the next quarter, you need to come over here and pick up these cards.
Time ticking away for the Red Bombers, and now they call the timeout.
For the Hurricanes forced to take time.
Called Holland College.
So 29 seconds left in the third quarter, and when the teams switch positions on the field for the fourth quarter, the Bombers will have the wind at their backs.
So no shortage of passion in this game, but both sides erring a little bit on the execution.
Well, as time ticks on in final games, things get tighter. And then it becomes, like both teams have done the work. It's all mental now, and it's a matter of execution and having the confidence to go execute. So there's pressure on the Red Bombers now. So big play for the Hurricanes to see if they're able to keep this drive going. As you can see, they've got two running backs tight to Tran, so we would assume they're going to be throwing. Looks to the down the middle right-hand side. Ball's deep, not a receiver anywhere in sight. That's incomplete, and third down, and about 16 for the Hurricanes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's not good. We see a little, there's a turf issue. I think Riley Spear actually turned because he saw that the ball was going way to the right and far, and I think he turned and tried to get to it, but there was a bit of a turf issue, and he blew a flat, not able to get anywhere. That is something that UNB is going to have to work on in the offseason. That this turf is in need of a little bit of TLC.
So 20 seconds left in the third quarter.
So we see a punt, Matt LaFleur back.
Kay Mitchell all set to kick. Oh, flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Procedure. Procedure against Holland College. They'll be marched back another 5 yards.
They'll go back 5 yards and try it again.
So it'll be third down from their own 32-yard line. Something close to 20 yards they'd have to gain to get a first down. Kay Mitchell again setting up for the punt. Slow getting it off, but a nice punt nonetheless. Matt LaFleur, easy take, and he's looking for the left-hand side, and he's got lots of room. He's able to get past that first Hurricane defender. The second one, third one takes him out of bounds. It's first down and 10 for the Red Bombers.
Great return. That was a return of about 15, almost 20 yards.
And Hurricane territory, and that's the end of the third quarter. Here comes a replay.
15 yards on the return.
A lot of big punts today.
So we'll get to see LaFleur makes a nice block by the UNB team. 56 at least getting in the way. Not as much as the pole.
The old pole monster.
And LaFleur able to go by at least three of the defenders to get into a Hurricanes territory. So with 15 minutes left and the wind at their backs, UNB looks to see if they can come back from a deficit of 26-14 against the Holland College Hurricanes. Dylan Waugh, no surprise to the left-hand side.
Dylan Waugh with
not much that time.
Forward for a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7, UNB.
So it looks like they only gave him credit for about 2 yards. It's 2nd and 8. And when UNB's in the lead, this is it's good to ride on the legs of Dylan Waugh, but given the fact that they've got some points to make up, I think they're going to be forced to go to the air pretty quick.
Yeah, Ian, I hope they don't. I hope they stick with the game plan. There's enough time left here. They're only 2 scores away from the lead. I hope they stick to the tried and true.
Dylan Waugh again to the left-hand side. Big hole, but short of the first down. It will be third down for the Red Bombers.
He gets out close to Holland College's 40-yard line.
But that's enough. I'd go back. I'd give Dylan Waugh the ball again.
So it looks like he's got 3 yards to go for a first down. So it'll be third down on the 42-yard line. So 80% of the time they've been going to the left of center on the offensive line. And it won't be any surprise to Holland College that that's been the usual track for Dylan.
Yeah, but Holland College doesn't really have a solid answer for it either.
So, interesting question for Red Bombers. Do they stay with the tried and true, or is this the time to put a little trickery in the playbook?
I think you might see a run to the outside here this time.
Dylan Waugh, left-hand side.
No.
And he's got the
He's
first
got the
down,
middle.
and he's through into the second gap. He should have a first down easy for the Red Bombers. First down 10.
So
Mr. Dependable with the carry.
giving it different looks, but
He picks up
making
10,
the same
and
play
that
call.
is a UNB first down.
So as Jeff Landine likes to tell us, Dylan Waugh is Mr. Dependable, and it's a first down for the Red Bombers. On the Hurricanes, looks like the 21 year. Oh, 31. I was looking at the
At what?
what they had to go for the first down. Dylan Waugh to the right-hand side now. Big hole into that second level. Taken down, but not until he's got another first down for the Red Bombers.
Dylan Waugh with the carry. Kristen Hull with the stop, but not before Dylan picks up another UNB Red Bombers first down.
So just like in Remember the Titans, just keep hitting it like Novocaine. Just hit it until it works. Here we go. First down from the 19-yard line.
Oh, no.
Dylan Waugh fumbles the ball, but is able to recover.
You know, those handoffs, those exchanges are the only thing able to slow Dylan Waugh down today. I don't think, 9 times out of 10, he's good for at least 3
Small
yards
loss, it'll be 2nd and 10.
today.
So he's able to get it just a short loss. Second and a little more than 10.
So this is a pretty significant second. Now, the Bombers need to come away with the major here. Just for momentum's sake.
Low snap flag on the field. And player was wide open, but the ball was low, but I think that flag would have taken away had they been successful there anyway.
Yeah, no free play. That was a free play. That's an offside against the Hurricanes.
Oh. So offside against the Hurricanes.
Offside to call against Holland.
So it'll be they'll walk up 5 yards and try it again.
That'll move the ball up 5 yards.
And they'll walk up 5 yards, and I can almost guarantee you they'll look at Mr. Dependable.
So it's 2nd and 6. Basically on the Hurricanes' 15-yard line, 11:24 in the fourth quarter. Dylan Waugh's a lone setback as usual. And he takes the ball to the left-hand side of center. Flag on the play.
Yeah. That's coming back.
Dylan Waugh with the carry.
Yeah.
Holding against
Close to the
UNB.
first down. There's a flag on the play.
5 yards up, 10 yards back. Oh, and a late flag here. Oh, and you know what? I think there's a late flag against the Bombers, which I think will be another 15. Maybe for lipping, I think. Yeah. So I think we have an unsportsmanlike conduct.
So 2 big penalties against UNB. March them back.
Just like that, 25 yards.
Objectionable conduct against UNB. That'll bring the ball back a whole bunch of yards. It'll be 2nd down repeated from the 35.
So from the Holland College 35, they've got to go to the Holland College 8-yard line to get a first down. It's 2nd down. Looking deep, it's Rollins. Throws to his right-hand side.
To jump ball, incomplete.
Incomplete. Good defensive play by the Hurricanes.
Pass intended for Matt LaFleur.
Forcing a 3rd down.
All right, so what do the Bombers do here?
Well
11
defended
minutes
by
left.
Justice Grant.
They punt, right? They've got to punt.
3rd down
Looks like that's what they're doing.
from the Holland
So
College
field position would be a
35.
big deal.
You know, and maybe force a 2-point, right?
So it's 3rd and about 25.
Yeah.
Time ticking with 10:48 left in the fourth quarter.
Oh, not a great punt.
Off the side of the foot, nothing too deep, and the referees blow it up.
Oof.
Spears' punt goes out of bounds.
First down and 10 for the Hurricanes, deep in their own end.
Marked out of bounds at the 25.
Looks like from their own 25, they're going to scrimmage first down and 10 with the lead of 26 versus 14 for the Red Bombers. 10:36 left in the game. So time to drag out the cliches. Red Bombers up against it. Time sticking away is definitely their enemy, and Hurricanes would love to see this clock move faster.
Yeah, I think, I'm generally, hesitant to say things like panic, but I think it's time for the Bombers to start panicking a little bit. They need to come up with some big plays. They got to get some points on the board here soon.
Running play to Duoka. So it looks like about a 4-yard gain. Second down and 6 from just inside the 29-yard line.
He picks up 4.
10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Time for the UNB defense to come up big. Running backs tight to Tran. And he looks to pass. Downfield, deep to the right-hand side.
This is a pick.
Picked by UNB. Marcus Urquhart. And the flag on a late hit outside of bounds. We're going to get some extra territory for UNB.
This is what we're talking about. This is what they need. What a pick. We're going to see that one again. The one-handed catch.
So you're going to see Tran look to his right-hand side. Nice ball. Nice tight spiral. But you see Marcus Urquhart take the ball at its apex. Nice.
Looks like
interception.
Odell Beckham Jr. out there with the one-handed snag.
So big play for the UNB defense. And then you see the late hit out of bounds. Again, discipline. You've got to wonder that in a final game that the simple things are what make the difference.
Well, and it needs a, this is college ball. Ian.
Okay,
I mean,
but
this is not,
why are we coming so far back here?
Oh no, I don't know. Oh, that was an unnecessary roughness penalty against UNB. Excuse me. Okay, so I didn't see that.
UNB 50. It'll be first down, UNB Red Bombers.
All right, first down and 10 on their own 50-yard line. Given to Dylan Waugh, up the middle. Big hole. And again, he's still going.
Ooh. Nice little spinorama.
Nice first down for Dylan Waugh.
20 yards later, that's a first down. Red Bombers.
You hate to be the defender who gets victimized by the spinorama.
And if the Red Bombers have a no-huddle series in their coffin, now would be the time to bring it out.
Yeah, absolutely, and you're absolutely right. I think the Hurricanes are on their heels.
Dylan Waugh again to the right-hand side of center. Another big hole. Looks like about 5 or 6 yards.
Dylan Waugh up the middle. He picks up
second down.
What looks like 7. It'll be
I'd like to see the Bombers just run that 2 or 3 times in a row here, no huddle. I think that would really they're going to exhaust the defense here.
From the Hurricanes' 35-yard line, it looks like about 2nd and 4 to go. 8:25 left in the game. Dylan Waugh to the right of center, and he's still going. And looking by the early indication from the official, he is close to the first down.
Yeah, I think he got the first down there because the first down he doesn't have to get quite to the 30.
Time still ticking though. It is a first down.
First down. They're rolling now. Get behind them.
So from just outside the Hurricane 30-yard line, it is first down and 10. UNB driving. Dylan Waugh to the left-hand side of center. Big gap. He's through 3 Hurricanes before he's brought down with what looked like could be another first down.
He's got what looks like 10.
And it looked like there was a little extracurricular ballroom dancing off to the left-hand side, but no flags. And it's another first down for UNB. Time ticking with 7:20 left in the game.
Discipline here.
No surprise, Dylan Waugh to the left of center. Hurricanes were able to congeal on Dylan Waugh and stop him for a short gain.
So, nice vocabulary there. I think maybe the Bombers went one too many plays there with runs up the middle.
Oh.
Now I think this is an obvious not run up the middle play.
I think that would stay with the girl who bring you to the dance.
I think you might see a run to the outside maybe.
Two receivers to the right. Dylan Watt.
Oh, no. There you go.
So a little bit of mix-up. I think the guard pulled and got in the way of Dylan.
Another flag here, though.
Dylan Wall with the carry.
I don't see a signal yet.
It's an early indication it's against Holland College. Be a big break for UNB after that mix-up in the backfield.
Yeah, objectionable conduct against Holland College.
Wow.
Again, you don't like seeing games being decided by the calls, but but the guys have to stay disciplined on both sides, and that's part of the game.
Well, if they haven't applied the penalty yet, guys.
So it will be a first down, though. Red Bombers. I think this will make it first and goal.
No, they're giving him the yardage, so it's third down and less than a yard. So big play here for the respective offense and defensive lines. But given the fact that Holland College has to give a yard, I think it's pretty straightforward on what the call is going to be. Big play for the defensive line. Here we go, Dylan Waugh. And yes, he's through. First down and goal for the Red Bombers. 6:14 left in the game. First and goal for the Red Bombers.
First and goal for the 5 for the Bombers.
And quickly to get out of the huddle and up to the line of scrimmage. All the receivers set up to the right-hand side. Dylan Waugh with the ball, looking down in the middle. And
just shy.
Just shy. It's going to be second down and goal. Looks like he's got 2 yards to go.
Here come the bigs. Here come the big boy, the jumbo squad.
It'll be second and goal, UNB from the 1.
In a short yardage situation, this group is basically unstoppable.
Well, second down, 2 yards to go for a touchdown for UNB with 5:25 left in the game. Ball's given to Watt. And he's over for the touchdown. Touchdown, Red Bombers.
Creativity by Dylan Watt to hop over the pile.
And on his second effort, he was stopped with the initial run, but was able to do a jump and have the ball forward to break the plane and get a touchdown. You'll see it. He's going to run to his right-hand side. You'll see he stopped initially.
And he says, no, just willing that ball over.
Then he reaches over, a little bit of delayed sand in the Bam Cunningham, and puts it into the end zone. So, exciting stuff here at BMO Field. 5:12 left in the game, setting up for the extra point. And that's good. So, with 5:12 left in the game, Holland College Hurricanes 26, Red Bombers 21.
Not the prettiest drive, Ian. Not the prettiest drive at all.
Well, if you ask Coach Spurgeon, it was gorgeous.
It was gorgeous. A real gritty, true football kind of drive.
So, as we've seen so many times, and was similar to the case of the last final that was played here 2 years ago from UNB and Dalhousie, it's going to come down to the team that has the ball last and down to the last couple of seconds to get a result here. So UNB's defense stepping up, UNB's offensive line stepping up, and the challenge now thrown back to the Hurricanes as to whether they can hold on.
So we're joined up here by another UNB alum, Joe Richardson, /prize winner up here in the booth, showing off his hardware.
We claim it was a fix. Okay, here we go. Matt Mills with a kickoff. We've got 5:12 left. Looks like he's going to do a short one to the left-hand side.
Yeah, I think the intent there was that was an onside kick, basically.
Jack Mallow took the ball. It still seems to be about.
Jack Mallow, he's brought down by Grady Manderville.
I think the referees are going to bring this back, though.
Yeah. Will start this drive from their own 40-yard line.
That whistle was blown before the ball came out.
So it looks like a first down and 10 from the Hurricane 50-yard line with 9 seconds more than 5 minutes left in the game. Both sidelines energized now.
So I think the Hurricanes have got to be a little nervous here, and the Bombers have got to be pretty happy. They know that they can score a touchdown if they have 8 minutes, which they don't. Sorry, 5 minutes. You're right, because they started that last drive at 10 minutes. Yeah, you're right. So they need 5 minutes to score a touchdown. Excuse me. So if they can get the ball back here quick enough.
Here comes Briones, met quickly by a defensive lineman for the Red Bombers.
Hand off to Briones. He's met by Keegan Waters.
It's like second down and 8 for the Hurricanes. So again, here comes the questions for the Hurricanes. Is this something they're going to look to try and get some more yardage and put a nail in UNB's coffin, or are they just going to keep the ball on the ground and try and have the clock be their hero?
You know, I think they need to use the clock here. They know how UNB can score. They know what UNB needs to do.
Well, they're looking to pass. Down the middle for Tran. Deep ball down the middle. No flag, incomplete.
Well defended.
Third down.
Well defended by Riley Spear.
Intended for Tyler Missouri. That is
And we've got a Red Bomber down on the field.
Intended for Tyler
Tyler
Missouri,
Sturgeon.
defended by Riley Spears.
Tyler Majori was the intended receiver, and he's calling for pass interference. There was no pass interference, though.
Third down and 8, Holland College.
Red Bomber down on the field, so the clock has stopped at 4:09 in the game. Turner Sturgeon is the player who's down.
Turner Sturgeon, one of the toughest human beings I have ever met. He gets out.
So big play in the game now. 3rd down and 8 for the Hurricanes.
The Hurricanes will punt here, and they'll simply hope that the distance that they get on the punt combined with the 4 minutes left on the clock is enough to get them the victory. Of course, the last 3 minutes, though, is crawling speed on the clock.
I'm not sure if the sun is going to be a factor for UNB as this punt comes high.
Ooh, great punt.
Bit
great
of a line drive.
LaFleur feels it.
LaFleur's got the initial gap, and he's able to make it to their own 40-yard line. So with 3:45 left in the game, UNB has possession. A flag on the play.
A late flag. I didn't see anything, though. I don't know what this is for. Like, I didn't even see any players together.
Early indication is it's against Holland College.
That's Dennis Brown protesting, so I think they're calling it against him. They're calling it illegal block.
They've already moved this up 10 yards, so UNB is going to be scrimmaging from their own, just over their own 50-yard line with 3:45 left in the game.
Favorable stick positioning for the Bombers.
Dylan Waugh met early by the Hurricanes. Looks to only have gained possibly a yard.
So maybe the Hurricanes have a different scheme here. Maybe they
might have one here.
Have they finally figured out how to stop Dylan Waugh up the middle?
2nd and 9, UNB.
So everything tightening up for everybody. 2nd down, 9 to go for the Red Bombers. LaFleur set up to the right-hand side. Looks for the pass. Down the sidelines to LaFleur. Oh. No flag, incomplete.
Oh.
3rd down, 9.
Justice Grant again on the coverage.
There's a 3-minute warning from the head referee.
Justice Grant, in that case, using his body positioning. It wasn't pass interference. He was running with Matt LaFleur, using his body positioning to slow Matt down and stop him from being able to make a play on the ball. Great defensive play by Justice Grant.
Well, it looks like the Holland College certainly scouted Red Bombers well by putting their best defender on UNB's most prolific receiver.
Yeah.
So big play for the Red Bombers.
Oh, he's got to throw the ball.
Well done.
Incomplete. And the Holland College Hurricanes will take over on
3 defenders
downs.
around LaFleur.
Jonah Rollins pressured. Pass intended from Matt LaFleur is incomplete.
With 2 minutes and 35 seconds left,
First down at UNB.
Holland College takes possession on UNB's own 52-yard line.
There was no doubt, Ian. Every player is leaving everything they've got out on that field. This is a 100% game here. This is exactly what a championship game should be.
So UNB defense up against it. Have to get this ball back if Red Bombers are going to get a chance to take another shot at this. Tran under center. Given to Doka. Gain of about 3 to 4 yards.
Montez Doka with the carry. He picks up 3. It'll be second.
2:30 left in the game. Second down and 7 for the Hurricanes. I would venture to say that the Holland College coach is telling most of the Hurricanes now to keep it simple. Given to Briones, and he's able to get close to the first down.
Yeah,
I think he has one.
Briones with the
When did
carry.
that ball pop? What point did that ball pop out?
I think it was after he was down.
After he was down, okay.
Certainly no reaction by the officials.
No, or the Bombers for that matter.
First down, Holland College.
So just inside the Red Bomber 40-yard line. It's first down and 10 with 1:58 left in the game. Something extraordinary required by the defense of UNB. Oh, fumble!
Oh, fumble. Bombers are
UNB says they've got the
have it.
ball. A flag on the play.
Briones with the carry, but there's a fumble on the play.
Everybody on UNB says they have the ball, but we haven't seen an official point that way yet. And there it is. Head referee says it's Bombers' ball.
And the Bombers have life. Riley Spears coming up with it. How is Riley Spears in there? Where did he come from?
So with 1:37 left in the game, UNB gets the ball back. Well, we asked for something extraordinary, and we got it.
We got it. I have no idea what Riley Spears was doing.
And it's rough play by Holland College. They'll mark off another 15 yards.
10 to 15? I have no idea. I can't tell how the distances are being determined on the penalties.
UNB takes the ball and picks up an extra 10
so that is
yards.
15-yard penalty for UNB. So at midfield, with 1:37 left, 5-point difference. UNB is first and 10 from midfield. Dylan Watt, no gain.
That is, okay, we got to give some props to that defender. That's Spencer McNamara,
Spencer McNamara.
who just grabbed on and yanked him down. So Spencer McNamara is listed here as an offensive lineman. So maybe that's what they've done here. They're just going, sending their top guys going both ways. Yeah.
So as we said, something extraordinary had to come from UNB's defense. I think the same now needs to be asked from UNB's offense. They've got to put a couple of first downs together to get them in position if they're going to get a chance to put in another score. Oh, quick whistle by the officials. Timeout, Holland College.
Timeout called by Holland College.
Woo!
Football fans, you are getting your money's worth today. Exactly what the bill called for the 2019 AFL Championship between the UNB Fredericton Red Bombers and the Holland College Hurricanes.
So this still in question. Obviously, Holland College has the advantage. See what something special the Red Bomber Brain Trust can come up with to throw at the Holland College defense. And looking at the flag, I don't see much of an advantage with regards to the win, so it's all up to the athletes here.
Not much time left. You're going to have to see some big plays. The grinding it down running style that has worked for UNB so far today will not be enough. There's just not enough time left.
Looks to the left.
Yeah, these passes are not working, though.
Pass intended for Jake McKay.
That's the third time I remember seeing UNB try that fire pass, and it's just not working.
Down and 10 UNB.
At least 3. With different receivers, and it's just not working.
So, with the game in the balance, it is third down and 10 from midfield from UNB with 1 minute and 13 seconds left.
This is not where Coach Sturgeon wants to be. That's got to be a tough play to send in there. It's tough to see how this is not the game here.
Oh,
offside.
Early motion on the line. Free
Free play.
Deep downfield.
And he's
Number
got it.
five's got it.
He's
He's
still
got
going.
it.
And he's brought down.
And if that call is against Holland College, which it is, it will be first down and 10, I think. Here comes the
First and
replay.
10, yeah, just outside, almost first and goal. Look at this. That's Thomas Hoyt. Second big catch by Thomas Hoyt.
Thomas
today.
Hoyt, big catch, and just a step from breaking free for that touchdown.
Yeah.
It'll be first down, UNB. at
First down and 10, just outside the 10-yard line for UNB
They've got about half a yard where they could make it first and goal.
with a minute left, 58 seconds on the clock.
So is this the Dylan Waugh show? Is this the Dylan Waugh show, Ian?
Well, according to all the brains in here, it's Dylan Waugh once, twice, thrice. Oh,
No, it's
he
going to be a
faked
pass.
it.
Oh!
Incomplete.
Oh!
Incomplete pass, but that could be worse for UNB. So
Yep.
they now have two more chances. Actually, they could have more than two chances in that they can get a first down without getting a touchdown here.
No flag on the play.
Okay, yeah, I did. I was going to say, I did see a flag down, but I think it was just an accidental throw. So no flag, no penalty on the play. Jumbo squad coming in. Turner Surgeon come back in there. Good to see him healthy. He may not be. He's tough as nails, though. He may be half broken.
37
He'd still play.
seconds left in the game. 26-21, Hurricanes favor. Dylan Waugh to the right-hand
He's gonna
side.
run
He's
it
wide
right to the
open.
right.
He's got it open to no blocker, and he's caught short.
Okay, so that half yard may be relevant here.
He gets outside.
Okay, we're going to
comes the
see.
replay.
Field positioning is key here. So he is half a yard shy of the first down, a yard shy of the touchdown. Oof, 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 oof.
So Dylan is just
Knocking on the door, so you can see it's third down, but UNB can still get a first down here without getting a touchdown.
Time is a bit of a factor. There is 32 seconds.
So 1 yard for a first down, 2 yards for a touchdown.
UNB
Third down, 32 seconds.
Oh, timeout. Somebody took a timeout. Oh, my goodness. My heart can't take this. Whew. Thump, 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 thump.
So everybody here at BMO Field, and of course everybody watching in Charlottetown or in Fredericton, or Bomber fans throughout wherever you may be watching, getting your money's worth. Here it is. Down to the wire for the AFL championship. Red Bombers stepping up to the line. Cheerleaders going wild, crowd going wild. Throats. Adam's apple in the throats of everybody.
I want to see a run to the left. Yeah.
Run to the right. And he's caught early.
Is it enough? Is it enough? Hurricanes think no. No signal.
No signal from the officials.
You're waiting on the spot.
Bombers are saying it's a first down.
Let's see where the signal is. There's the replay. I don't think we're going to be able to see it
Oh,
from the replay.
there's going to be a measurement. They're
But
pulling
there-
the stick.
there
They're
was
bringing the
that
sticks
time.
out. They're bringing the sticks out.
This
Of course
could
they're
not
gonna
be
bring the stick
tighter.
out. Of course they're bringing the sticks out. This is inches. This is a battle of inches.
So as John Madden would say, this is about, did the official make a left-handed mark or a right foot mark? It's going to be all the difference for the Red Bombers as to whether they're able to get a first down or it's a change of possession.
So if you're looking at the camera right now, it looks like that should be a first down. That looks pretty close to that line.
It's third.
This is third. This is 3rd and 10. So here comes the sticks. Doing a good job. I hope nobody trips running these sticks out here. That'd be intense.
We don't have anybody to do a drum roll here, do we? It's all or nothing here for the Bombers on this measurement.
That's the first
First
down. That's
down.
the first down, Bombers. Whoa, whoa.
With 29 seconds left.
Okay, so the Hurricanes are furious. Obviously, this is
Too obvious to say that football is a game of inches, but boy did it play right
wow,
in.
wow. I have never seen such an example of that
So
old
first
adage.
down and goal. 29 seconds left. 26-21.
And he's going for a keep. There's a flag. So they're saying he's in.
No signal.
John Rollins with the carry. The indication is he's in, but there are flags on the play.
I see a lot of Red Bomber hands going up, but I don't see an official hand.
Oh, I saw one official sort of half signal a touchdown.
Let's see, look at the head referee. Offside.
Offside,
against Holland
Hurricanes.
College.
Decline.
Touchdown,
Touchdown,
UNB!
UNB!
Well, we have to say to our usual watcher, Cyril, what do you think Brian Freeman's doing on the sideline right now? Here comes a replay. Well, we didn't get to see much
We
because
got nothing there. That's all right. There was
Rollins
nothing to see.
came off the line of scrimmage so fast they were able to get the touchdown. So here we go for the extra point, which at 27-26
is relevant. Is relevant.
Especially if you're trying to punt for a single point. 22 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, so 22 seconds is enough time for the Hurricanes to get close and potentially kick a rouge, right? Which is 1 point. So this PAT is...
Oh, they're going for two.
They're going for two, okay. I'm curious about that play.
There was a fumble.
Did he get in off
and
that?
He
got in off that.
He got 2 points.
What on earth is going on here? So the Hurricanes forced a fumble, but it fumbled right into the hands of another Bomber. And I did not see who it was at all, but he, I think, fell across the line.
Now there's a
late flag.
Late flag.
After, so, yeah.
So you're going to see Turner Sturgeon went with the ball, but now it popped up.
Pops right out.
Comes from a Hurricanes hand into the hands of the Red Bombers, and then they're able to push over the line for a 2-point conversion.
And that was...
and there are flags and hats and things going up in the air as I think the Holland College Hurricanes are... giving in to the frustration of the situation.
Did I see 32? Does it make sense that was that doesn't make sense that was Christian Paul, does it? Alex Ferris with the... It was 30-something.
So with 22 seconds left in the game, the score is UNB Red Bombers 29, Holland College Hurricanes 26.
The going for two is a little curious. I'm not sure about that.
What do you mean?
Why the choice to go for two? I'm not sure what advantage that gives them.
Well, it depends on what you look, but now it means that Holland College has to get a field goal in order to tie the game, or a touchdown, of course. And something I want to mention to you, Justin, it was 1:13 left in the game from the 50-yard line of the Holland College Hurricanes, and they were 3rd down and 9, and I wrote down the number to say that this was going to mean the difference for UNB, and look what they were able to do.
That's it.
So because of all those penalties, Matt Mills is going to be kicking from center field and gives UNB a big opportunity to put Holland College deep into their half with only 22 seconds left in the game.
Potentially more helpful than the 2-point conversion itself.
But don't forget, fans watching, this is not over. Stranger things have happened.
And we've seen the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes have home run potential. And they're going to get a couple of pitches.
Matt Mills squibs it along the ground, goes to a couple of Hurricanes. Smart move, so they didn't give it to any of the whippets that would be in the backfield.
Owen Kramer, the long
Now we've got
again.
16 seconds left.
He's brought down by Josh Armstrong.
So important for the UNB defense to bend, not break here. So 1st down and 10 on the 41-yard line for the Hurricanes. 16 seconds left, down by 3. Can the Hurricanes pull out some magic? Deep ball to the right-hand side. UNB defender waiting, incomplete. No flags.
So again, discipline is going to be key here. I was really happy to see it there. No extracurriculars after the whistle there.
I think the Tran is down. 11 seconds left in the game.
Fans excited. Although at this point in the game, we can clearly see the division between the Hurricanes fans and the Bombers fans.
So with 11 seconds left, it'll be 2nd down and 10. If this result holds, it'll mean the 4th Moosehead Cup that UNB is able to win, and that will equal what Holland College has done. So they'll both have 4 championships in the 11-year history of the Atlantic Football League. But we hope the Holland College player down is going to be all right. Oh, it looks like we're going to get the UNB trainer to help out as well. So this could take a little time.
What a battle, though, we're seeing here today. You know, both teams clearly from the very beginning ready to go. 100%, you know, passion, desire to win. All the players have left everything that they have on the field. The play coaches have exhausted their playbooks. This is exactly what a championship game is supposed to be. So we're going to see a couple of replays, I think.
So here's the replay of the 2-point conversion. As you can see, the ball comes free.
I still haven't figured out who that player is, though.
I think it's 36.
Is it 36? Yeah, I'm not sure who 36 is. It's not on my list.
So just as a quick recap, if you're late here and we see Tran going off a problem with his right shoulder. UNB went up 14-2 in the first quarter. Holland College came back to make that 14-12. Then UNB was down, I think, something like 15 points into the third and fourth quarter, and UNB has been able to come back, and they are up by 3 with 11 seconds left in the game. It's been extremely exciting.
To say the least. What a game. What a championship.
The ebb and flow of a titanic football contest. Here we go, second down. I think Briones is the quarterback.
Yeah.
Setting up for the throw down the middle.
Oh,
intercepted by
off.
UNB.
Jack Hausman.
Jack Hausman, the hero at the end of the game for UNB. Some more frustration by the Hurricanes. We have 3 seconds left on the clock. Crowd is going wild.
And this will be a knee out for the Red Bombers for the championship.
4 seconds left. This is looking inevitable.
So first down and 10 for the Red Bombers on their own 50-yard line. 3 seconds left in the game. Red Bombers 29, Hurricanes 26. And here we go. They're walking up to the line, which we would presume is going to be a kneel down.
And that's what it is.
And I think there's going to be one more play.
Oh, it's got to be one more play.
Time in, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And 0's on the clock. Last play of the game.
And that's it. 2019 Atlantic football champions are the UNB Red Bombers.
Congratulations to rookie head coach Vince Sturgeon.
What an exciting finish it was here today at BMO Field. So we're going to have a couple of replays here. As the Red Bomber player in. Here we go.
Are. They're the guys that you shouldn't be seeing.
Good-looking giant brains. So here the replay of the big plays of the second half. Again, here's Tran looking. This is a touchdown, I think, in the right corner. Big catch.
Yeah, right over. I still have no idea. And you got the post there.
But you can see the reaction by the bench.
Yeah, what a spectacular catch.
And this is the play that it was just before he was able to go for that first down. I think it looked like he had a chance for the touchdown. But again, that was Dylan Waugh.
It was a great final. We thank you all for supporting the team this year, and we look forward to your continued support next year.
This is the fumble
that's the fumble.
with Justice creating that fumble from William Hicks.
I still think Justice might be the MVP of the game.
Well, there's no question.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, other than, I guess, Dylan Waugh or Justice.
And then here we have Briones with a big touchdown. He's going to break it out to the left-hand side. Looking for the big touchdown. And there we go. Another touchdown for the Hurricanes. Just put them up, I think, by 14-15.
Man, the punts today, huge punts today on both sides, generally, a couple exceptions.
Oh, and this is a big return to the left-hand side. I think he was able to shake at least 2 or 3 of the Hurricane defenders to take this to the left sideline. And I think it was the beginning of UNB starting to get some momentum and come back from a pretty considerable deficit against Hurricanes. We've got 6 more replays. We've got Tran looking downfield to his left-hand side. I think this is the one-handed pick.
Oh, yeah. Jeez. Yeah. That's
Big
exactly it.
interception, and that was the
Josh
beginning
Armstrong.
of UNB being able to come back in earnest in this game.
Sorry, Marcus Urquhart. I knew that wasn't right. Marcus Urquhart coming up with that big, looking like OBJ out there. And then you see the flag come in, penalties.
Which, of course, took some. So we're going to have Dylan Waugh again on the right-hand side, and he's able to string. This is where he was able to do the Sam the Bam Cunningham for the touchdown, which got them within 5.
And that was on 3rd down, I believe. That was.
And here's the big catch.
Yep.
After UNB got the ball back and thought they were out of it.
Thomas Hoyt's second big catch of the day.
And almost getting away from 24. And set up that huge dramatic finish where UNB was able to get the first down without getting the touchdown on this play. So Holland College thought they'd not only stop them from getting the touchdown and the game was over, but they got the first down. And then they're able to break in for the touchdown on this play by Rollins. Big play. And I would anticipate that this is the interception to finish the game off with Briones at quarterback.
Yep, that's exactly it. Jack Hausman.
And there's Jack Hausman.
The finishing nail in the coffin.
Closing the door.
What a great championship game, though.
So that's it. Thanks so much for joining us in a really exciting final game where UNB is victorious over the Holland College Hurricanes. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to all the UNB alumni and Red Bombers alumni. And I think we're going to go to the field now.
Have a great offseason. See you next year.
Great offseason.
We'd like to welcome the league commissioner, Larry Wisniewski,
to make the presentation to the Red Bombers of the Moosehead Cup.